Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Welcome to another episode of the Council of Six, a weekly Dungeons & Dragons campaign fraught with all the drama and peril that will take your breath and steal your mind. My name is Jay Longaro, your DM for the night, and on this campaign we will be using Tyranny of Dragons, which tells an epic story across two adventures of which Hoard the Dragon Queen is the first. Unlike our other streams, we won't be commenting on your comments while we are in play as to remain immersed in the story, but please still engage and comment as we go along. During the breaks, we will go through the comments and interact with you all, because at the end of the day, we are presenting this for your enjoyment. But without any further ado, are you ready to leave all that's real behind? Because there's something breaking at the brick of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go to the Council of Six?
You're telling me that Jesus never wanted to call any of the shows. I don't believe that's
I
for you.
think that
That's
was
where we
on
started the
stream.
stream.
And that is amazing.
I
Welcome
thought I
to the
heard
Council of
Horns.
Six.
Woo!
I think we're here now.
We
We're
are
here.
here now.
Good.
I
Yes.
think we are. Yep.
Good.
Laid down.
Yes, we are.
You did- you-
100%
That's
we
the
are.
Was
sort
that
of
the first
attitude
one
we're
you've
in
ever
tonight,
missed?
guys.
Yeah, I think I missed that dab.
You
Yeah,
did
I
miss it,
don't-
but like, was that
actually,
the
I didn't
first
see
one?
if you got the dab. I didn't look. But
Well, I just did this.
we'll
so.
find out.
Right. He wasn't dabbing when it started
All right, so
first.
we're here for another episode. Last time, because we're having all the technical problems, I forgot to mention that everybody got to level up. Yay! So everyone did that just now before we started. So
Now
Level four
Vanek, as a level 7 samurai, is an elegant courtier.
Wait, really?
Level 7, level
yeah.
4 spells.
There's one cough, change
Sophie
color.
may or may not arrive. We'll see. They have a lot of work going on with their job, so they may make it, but we'll see if they make it. But we will forge ahead.
In
regardless.
Forge.
In Forge. But yeah, so you guys leveled up, and you guys were outside the hunting lodge. So I'm just gonna redo the monologue of which you guys arrive as you went through the portals. You read the portal stone stuff, and you figured all that out. And so you arrive, and you see an ancient building that stands in a forest clearing among tall pines, and is an excellent, hunting territory. To the right of the buildings, you can spot two smaller buildings, which are more simple constructions. The clearing outside the lodge is meticulously manicured with large fountain, and in the area before the entryway, which is flanked by large stone statues of warriors. The building sports a wood and plaster upper floor over a fieldstone lower floor. Most of the windows are shuttered closed. There may be some that are open, letting some light out here and there in certain areas. In places, the roof is overgrown with moss, and there's a single door that stands slightly open as smoke pours out of one of the large chimneys. And that's where you guys are at as you approach the lodge. And I do believe
Mal
last
is
time
invisible.
Mal went invisible, correct. So Mal did go invisible, and that was the only thing that was done before OBS decided to be a bitch.
So aid and invisible.
Yeah, I
Yes.
burned an 8 and an invisibility.
At third level, right?
Yeah, I did a 3rd level one, so Thanek, Kismet, and you have an extra 10 HP to your max.
I have
Thanks.
a name, and that name is Stevie.
I was trying to remember if it was Mickey or Stevie for a moment.
I believe that. Can we retcon that I passed without trace to Mal?
Yeah, sure. You guys just started moving, so
Of course, you're using it right away.
Of course.
So
Can
pass
we
without a
unpause the game? See if
Yeah.
I can cast it on him. Like, I think I need to be closer to him.
I mean, I could just move back to you, but yeah, sure, if you want to go there.
What is? So you targeted. Actually,
Appears to feel automatically.
it didn't get pulled in. I updated.
Cool. Just spend a spell slot. It's super easy. I just said plus 10.
well, here.
Yep.
Let me do it for you then, just in case.
Yeah.
Tonight's sponsor is happiness. Everyone be happy out there.
Oh no, it's on my sheet. It's not on the. Oh, there it is. I guess
Well, I imported it for you. Was it?
Yeah, you
not
probably
in
need to slap the 10 on me, too.
Ooh, pass without trace. That's cool.
Cool. So Mal's gonna roll a stealth check as he's invisible and going do. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, and since I described it to you guys, but you can't technically see it because of the fog of war and stuff. But the buildings to the far right of the map, there's 2 buildings on the right side of the big one. You can't see them yet, but I said you guys kind of notice those over there.
So
29.
Yeah, that'd be a 29.
Yeah.
Also, everybody else can do pass without trace too.
As long as they stay within 30 feet of him.
No,
That's
it's when I cast a spell, they have to be within 30 feet of me. I think
you
is
gotta
what
be
I.
Near, you gotta be near the person that casts it. So you gotta be near Stevie. 30 feet of Stevie.
Oh, okay. So I still
For
have
the entire time?
disadvantage, but I do
Yeah.
have plus 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they don't have to stay by you, but in order to get the benefits of pass without trace, they have to be by you.
Right. Okay. All right.
Now, regardless, 19 or 20. Mal is stealthing ahead because he's apparently the rogue of the group now.
You are the stealthiest of us all.
Oh, that looks like a deer over there. There's a lot of these guys.
Yeah. Well, it is a hunting lodge, and it's
It
excellent
is.
hunting territory. So yeah, there's deer
Yeah.
running around there.
Lunga, just
Yeah.
tell me when you want me to make stealth checks.
But you're past, like, Stevie has to be near you for the, you get
Yeah,
plus
He's
10.
also invisible, so I gave him the
I think this pass without trace is more for you guys because you suck
Mhm.
and Mal's just awesome.
Hey, you're right.
But you don't have to say it.
Don't
Hey,
don't say
Tiny
what
can
we'll
go
say.
into fairy and just be in your pocket.
Yep, but now you're not. So Mal's going up to the door.
Yeah. I mean, since there's a roof, it's not allowing you to see just inside the open door. But
Oh, you said
when
the door's
pass through
open.
Yeah, it's open. But there's a vestibule in there. Oh, you just close it again.
Oh, it was open. I am slightly retarded. Don't mind me,
Go
guys.
through. So yeah, this room, we were able to see from the outside as you come in. So as you come in, you see there's the mud stained carpets and dark wooden walls. And as you walk in here, just inside the front door of the chamber, there's pegs and benches for cloaks and boots. And there's a set of rusty spears rest in one corner, held in a claw of a small drake statue. You do see some arrow slits to the right. And then a doorway, a closed door in front of you.
You know, I feel like this isn't going to do much, but before I continue any further, are there any obvious signs of traps that I can look for?
I mean, if you want to do perception checks, you can. Yeah.
Amazing. And know it's going to go horribly, but you got to try at least.
Stevie, are we moving yet, or are we waiting on Mal to report back?
Well, I think we're gonna wait for Mal to go see
Shit,
what's
14.
happening.
Yeah, no, there's no
I just
perceptual
really
traps at
wanna
all.
roll this
It's
stealth
just as I described it.
Okay,
I mean,
awesome.
you do see arrow slits, but if you're invisible, so no one can see you if there is anyone looking through them.
Gotcha. I will pull out my copper wire, throw a message to what I assume is Stevie. The coast looks clear for the moment. There are windows. Be cautious. Arrow slits, whatever these things are fucking called. I don't know.
Then I'll say, oh, Mal just messaged. We can go ahead, but maybe we should be a little stealthy. Just try and be a little cautious going forward.
I'm going to, so that nobody has to roll for me, I'm going to roll in D&D Beyond.
Fair enough.
Plus, my first official stealth check as Thanak has to be rolled by me.
Yeah. And like I said before,
Who's
you
rolled
can look
stealth
look at least at the stream if you want, so you can see.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
that
you
there
have
you go.
plus 10 because you're close to Stevie.
Right.
So we should,
That is a 14 plus 10.
So
It's
24.
14 with a plus 10.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
Oh.
like
I rolled
24.
a 16 and a 5.
Oh, and disadvantage.
That's a 28 for me. And I'm gonna roll for Kismet. A 16 for Kismet. That's after the plus 10.
Yeesh.
okay, 22 for me with the plus 10.
So let's go.
Yeah, and Mal's kind of just hanging out at the door cell, just waiting for these guys till they get a little bit closer. Because last thing I'm doing is accidentally getting into combat when they're on the opposite side of the map.
That is a good decision, Mal, sweetie. And you should keep making those kinds of decisions.
Mal is actually quite intelligent, no matter what you guys say.
Oh, hi.
Awesome. And then once everyone gets here, moving up to the door. Gonna creak that open and see what we see. And do you need a new stealth check for here, I take it?
It's up to you.
Well, I'm gonna keep being stealthy, so...
Yeah. I mean, technically, unless you guys walk through something without doing something, is when I'll ask for it. But if I don't ask for it, it's up to you if you want to do stealth checks or not.
And then because I'm back in Stevie's range, this is 23. So,
Yeah. So as you walk in here, you see this. It's a central hallway, has the stairs that lead up. Then there's two large wooden doors, a set of fine plate armor. Flanking the main entrance are two freestanding suits of elven plate armor, both coated in chipped green paint. There's man-sized demonic statues stand near the base of the stairs, and a heavy carpet near the entryway is stained with muddy boots of returning hunters.
I'd like to do an Arcana check to see if those suits of armors are, given the fact that we just fought gargoyles, if any of that stuff might come alive. Arcana, normal. Kind of sucks, but... Hey, 17.
Not a bad roll.
19 total.
I will say the statues just or the armor are just armor. The gargoyles you do sense that these could be just like the other gargoyles that are in disguise. And with the 19, I'll say, yeah, you do recognize, especially the experience you've had with gargoyles recently, that these are guardian gargoyles, and they basically guard the entrance and only come to life if people come through the doorway with their weapons drawn.
Awesome. So first thing Mal does, as soon as he figures that out, grabs Tiny by both wings. If you get me attacked by another gargoyle, I will kill you.
It wasn't my fault.
You literally touched the telescope last time.
It wasn't my fault.
Now, is there anything we shouldn't touch?
From my understanding, you go through that doorway, shit goes bad with weapons drawn. So, Thanik, is there any way you can put that axe away?
So
I
we
mean,
should
of
put the
course,
weapon
of
away.
course I can.
You quite literally hold on to it all the time.
No, when we're walking, usually I have it in my sort of holster back here.
I've seen you with it in a holster maybe once.
That just means that you're paying more attention to the rocks that you throw than the person you're throwing them at.
As
You
you're
don't even see me.
yeah, no, as you're like talking where you think Mal's at, you feel a ting from the other side.
Finally, we're all supposed to be quiet, and here you are up to your usual shenanigans.
Quite literally. So based on what we're seeing here, there's multiple doors and a staircase that leads up. The staircase up is probably the way to go, but do we want to check these other rooms first?
Yeah, the gargoyles are probably going to come alive when we go upstairs.
Yeah, I say we check that last, maybe?
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
Mal's Arcana check told him that they only come to life if they have weapons drawn.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I told Thanik to sheath it.
Yeah, but it might be good to make sure there's no other trouble happening in these other rooms first.
I'm
Let's
going to
go
be honest,
this
guys.
way.
This place looks really nice. I kind of want to rob it, so that's where my mind's going.
Let's go this way.
I mean, I have no objection.
There's two doors. Should we open them both at the same time?
Probably just one.
If you guys are cool with it, Mal will try to slowly open this door to see what he sees.
Sneakily.
Sneaky.
I feel very attached to
Yeah,
me.
as you open it, it looks like an empty
You're-
room,
you're
and you can
not-
kind of see the arrow
can't
slits. It looks
control
like
you.
this. If there were guards guarding the entryway, this is where they would be stationed, but it's no one in there.
Looks like a guarding station. What's in that top room up there?
Ooh, let me see.
Does it not seem strange that there are all these different spots that guards are supposed to be, and they are not?
Ooh, more doors. I found more doors.
Right?
There's more doors over here.
It must not seem very strange.
It's a mansion. We're in a mansion. Look at all these rooms.
That does worry me that there's a lot of places for guards that They aren't there. Where'd they go?
It's a haunted mansion. We're in
Where
a
did they come
haunted
from? Where did they
mansion.
go?
I believe the term is hunting mansion.
Let's go look in some more rooms.
Stevie is following.
In
Tiny.
the room you were in, Mel, by the way, there was a door there as well.
Yeah, I did see that, but as soon as he's like, "Oh, there's a door," he just knows everyone's gone. He's like, "I'm not going in there by myself."
Yeah.
Yeah, valid.
So Mal's falling up the rear again.
Okay.
Who is
Tiny
Thanak
enters,
following?
A room. This appears
No
to
one.
be a linen closet. The room is stacked with blankets, sheets, various animal furs, tablecloths, flags, banners, and rolled up rugs.
Ooh,
as
can I
well.
take some animal first?
Now, one of the banners you notice has 5 stripes colored black, blue, green, red, and white, respectively. But yeah, if you want to take some furs, go ahead.
I do. I'm gonna take some furs. What kind of furs do I see?
Fucking massive.
Just don't touch any of those.
It's
very
your regular kind of
specifically colored banners.
hunting fare. There's a raccoon, mink, some very large bear pelts, as well.
Mink's small, right?
Mink's is small, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the mink.
It's like ferret sized, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
they're
depends
bigger
how
than
the
ferrets,
furrier
right?
has done it. So these
But I
are
mean, minks
they're
are ferret.
yeah, they're furs, so they're not made into clothing. They're just fur, they're pelts. So you'd have to take them to a seamster or seamstress or a furrier to have them made into anything.
They have furries in D&D.
Furriers.
Yes, it's called the Tabaxi and half the other races.
You're not wrong.
Well, while they're checking that, I guess I would naturally open up this door to see what I see. Oh God!
All right, so
Ah.
as you open it, a foul odor permeates this unfurnished room, which is filled with more than 20 kobolds, half sleeping, half awake. They appear unarmed and are not wearing any armor, but rather common clothes of like lodge maids, grooms, and cooks. And they're like, "Hi, close the door. What are you doing? Why are you get this? We're trying
Yeah.
to take a
He's
nap."
also invisible, right?
Yeah, just that invisible door opens and closes. Like,
Yeah. They
Cole,
didn't see
you
him. They
hear
just said,
through the doorway kobolds being like, "There was no one there. Why did that work?"
Hey guys, don't open that one. There's quite a few kobolds over there.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Are they armed?
No, they look like they're maybe stabbing. Oh,
Does
and
not
Tiny's
seem
already
to
going
be
into the other room. I'm terrified.
All right.
So,
All right.
Tiny, as you enter a room, you see just to the right when you wake, you see a plaque on the wall. It says 3 Hounds Parlor. Their stout beams overhead are stained black with smoke. A comfortable table and chairs, a small wardrobe, and a suit of dull black armor stands in the room. There's a large tapestry shows 3 hounds dragging down a white boar, and it kind of shimmers with a strange light.
I want to go and investigate it.
Investigate.
Can
what?
I see any
The
traps?
strange lights in the room with the
tapestry?
picture. Yeah, the tapestry.
All right. Yeah, you'd have to do an Arcana check if you want to check that out.
Can I
Not good at
perception for like traps and like anything interesting around the room?
Yeah.
Mal, come here, Mal. Come look at this with me.
You don't even know I'm in the room. How did you know that?
I can sense you.
That's bullshit, but what?
It reminds
What
me
do
of that fucking. This reminds me of that fucking video game.
yeah,
where this dude's
Stevie,
impersonating Morgan Freeman. I can smell
What's your-
you.
With your perception check, you notice that the room is there doesn't seem any perceptible traps or anything like that in the room at all. It just seems like a very comfortable room.
Any other like things of note? Because I would just be kind of carefully looking around.
Other than what I told you, no. The only 2 things are what I already mentioned are the highlights of the room is that tapestry,
Yeah.
Which kind of shimmers with a strange light, and the suit of dull black armor in the corner.
I'm gonna go by the armor, but still like a couple of feet away.
Yeah.
And
Tiny, did you do your Arcana check, or was Mal doing it?
I was gonna try to convince Mal to do it for me.
What? Oh, this. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Is it?
just because Mal has better Arcana is not a good reason you didn't RP.
No,
Why? Why would Tiny ask Mal to do it?
He
She
is the
thinks
other
he's
magic
smarter.
user.
Tiny, I know I'm incredibly intelligent, and flattery will get you everywhere.
All right. So with that Arcana check,
Yeah, let's see. What
you
is
do
that?
notice that the tapestry is magical.
Yeah, it was a 12.
Oh,
was-
that Arcana check was the earlier one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
This
it's a
one's a
12. All right. So with the 12, what I said still shows. You do know it's magical. And that's why it's shimmering. However, you can't make out exactly what it does. You know it doesn't cause any harm to you. You just know that you would have to do something with it for it to do whatever it does magically. But it's not any kind of trap or anything that's going to cause you any harm.
And the actual tapestry is, like you said, 3 hounds pulling down a boar.
Yes.
A white boar, right?
Hey,
Fuck.
Mel, what'd you learn about it?
Well, it looks magical.
Ooh, I can dispel magic. Should I dispel it?
Maybe not. I don't know if they'll help. Because I don't know why I get the vibe that this thing is either we touch it and that thing does bad stuff, pointing at the suit of armor, or B, we do something specific and it's maybe a secret door.
Ooh, I like secret doors. They're fun.
At the moment, I don't know what it is, and that is terrifying. So I'm not touching it. And then Mal clearly gets to the other side of the room because he knows Tiny does not believe in that.
Touching everything.
I dare you to touch it.
Are
Tiny
we still in
wants to
the
touch
room?
it now.
The same room as the? Are we still in the same room as the gargoyles?
No.
No, I got to move.
Okay,
it.
so as
Yeah.
Tiny goes to touch it, I just very slowly, just in case.
Tiny is attracted to light. She is going to go touch this painting. She likes the shimmery lights of it.
You're gonna touch the painting?
Yep. She
That's
likes the
always
shimmery
such a
lights.
fucking morbid question.
Stevie grabs out her flail as well.
You're
All
gonna
right,
touch the
one
painting?
moment.
Mal's got a Slim Jim right now. Like, this should be entertaining at the least.
She's attracted to the lights. She asked if she should dispel it first. She was
There's
told
no better test subject than a living one.
She was told no, so she's gonna touch it.
Just kills her instantly.
Okay, I don't have it. But moment. I think I can pull something out there.
Oh, I lost all the stuff I got when you transferred everything over. I lost all the copper. I lost all the stuff.
Well, you can add it again.
Yeah, it was
I know.
30,000 copper.
And I had a whole bunch of silver. I'll have to go back and look to see if I can.
Thankfully,
be-
it's recorded, so we can go back.
Yeah.
And that's not a big deal right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
I
It,
believe
it,
the
it's not even that far up. So
Yeah.
And I believe that the main thing we found was a potion of etherealness that we
Yeah.
just don't know what it does.
And
So
a
it's
potion
like-
of
oil of
healing
etherealness.
And those shiny bubble
but we
things.
don't know that because no one has
2 healing
identified.
potions.
We just know, hey, that looks like oil. That's about it.
Okay, 1 second here.
We're all going to die because of this.
No. No.
There's all of the stuff you picked up, Tiny. I put it in the chat, the Hoard of the Dragon Queen chat.
Okay.
For later. Just yeah. Is that seriously what you're singing right now? What is that even from?
Okay.
It's by Lady Gaga.
So
It's Lady Gaga.
as Tiny touches it,
You would.
you see her shimmer and disappear.
Again?
Wonderful.
Hey, Stevie, you should touch it next.
Well, I'm gonna have to see where she went. We all should.
I promise I will. West.
I go touch it. and yep. And I assume like we're all going.
I
It's
feel
like-
like this is really
It's like
bad.
the cabin all over again.
It's not
Alright.
really bad. It's all right. Okay, moment.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
I wasn't expecting this but okay, that's okay.
Last time this happened, we ended up in a weird vortex
You-
that
you
ended
guys-
up actually being a gelatinous cube.
You guys
So.
transport into Tiamat's lair. No wonder we got level 7.
Wait, this looks familiar.
Well, it's familiar, but it's not. The map is familiar. Just whoosh with the familiar. It's not the same place. But
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that clarification. Also, I'm in 2 spots.
yes.
Why
Oh,
am I
I
in
had
2
two.
spots?
You want? Oh, I didn't know. Where's your other? Oh, let me get rid of that one. You don't belong on that one. Get rid of that one.
That might have been left over from last time we were on this map.
Yeah. It was. I thought I got rid of everybody, but I didn't.
It's funny.
Let me change a couple things here just in case. Anyway, so while all this happens, we'll just let you know. So Tiny and Stevie, you guys are teleported out to this open field. You see animals everywhere, and some of them scatter when you appear. There's a deer, mountain goat, and other wild game. And you can't see the tapestry anymore or the room where you came from. You just appeared in the middle of this field, which looks like prime, excellent hunting grounds. If you guys can both give me a perception check.
I like to point
Is it
out
just
Mal
them
has...
there? Because Thanak would have touched it.
Yeah, I'll get to you in a second. Let me finish
We were the
telling them.
first ones that did, though.
We're gonna find out if they die
so
first.
you guys did great perception checks. In the distance, you notice that the hills slope up and some mountains in the background, and you see the smoke rising from the chimney of the hunting lodge, and you estimate it's about a good 5 miles away. Obviously, the rest of you did not hear me say this,
Yep.
so let me.
We were making good progress, guys.
Yeah,
We were.
yeah,
We were
yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, you were. Damn it.
Yeah, so
Thanak-
100% what
Thanak
happens.
pulls his finger back. Ooh, I got a weird feeling about this. I think I'm going to stay right here.
No, we all know what's gonna happen. Those two go first. It's gonna be either Thanak or Kismet like, we gotta figure it out. And then Mal's in a fucking mansion by himself. Nope, not doing this by myself. And then he would eventually do it. That's 100% the chain of
Yep.
events.
Yep, that sounds right.
All right, so the only other one that touched it so far is Thanak.
And Kismet.
So, well, Kismet too.
Kismet
Well, I
would go.
can't-
Kismet would definitely go before Thanak, and Thanak
Mhm.
would just turn back to Mal and just be like, "Why is it always the girls that are getting us into this bullshit?" And
I
then
mean, do we
touch.
need them? Okay, I guess we do. And then
Yeah,
Mal's
well,
just
yeah,
over there.
well, Kismet isn't here, and Thanak can't see the map, so I'll put his token there. But so Thanak is there with you guys.
No, he's not. He just left.
Okay. Oh, funny.
Well, he on the map. Okay.
I know. I'm just joking because Dylan disappeared.
I
yeah.
wasted fucking aid.
8 is 8 hours.
But it's 5 miles. It's a long fucking walk.
5 miles isn't that far.
Yeah, it's gonna kill a couple hours of that.
It will kill a couple hours.
Well, I mean, if you're walking on flat terrain, figure a 12-minute mile.
My invisibility is gonna be gone regardless.
So that an hour and 15 minutes max for them to walk back. But there's some terrain, so we'll say about an hour and a half.
It would take me way longer to go 5 miles. Just
Horses are
I'd
pretty
say the-
sturdy. What are you talking about?
I meant Mickey, not Stevie.
Oh, well, I
Stevie's
said
the
I said
fastest out of everybody.
I mean, I said a 12-minute mile. 12-minute mile is about an average walking speed for most people. unless you're disabled
I'm
or
short.
you know.
I am
So am I.
Waddle,
yeah.
waddle, waddle.
a 12-minute mile for me is jogging. 'Cause
Well,
I am that short.
Lucky for you, Stevie is a very stout centaur and has no problems
No.
walking that distance.
So all of a sudden, Mal's in this room by himself, and this fucking horrifying hunting lounge is like, oh fuck. And before I go touch it, because I'm gonna end up joining these guys, I do just want to investigate what's behind door number 1 quick.
Okay, are the rest of you deciding to walk back then?
We're gonna wait for everyone to show up.
Well, you're all there except Mal.
Yeah, so we'll wait for Mal.
Okay.
Where did he go? He said he was gonna.
Okay, let me get back over to the map.
He did ask whether or not it was necessary for us to go and find you all. So perhaps he's still waffling on whether or not he's actually coming. If you all want to go, we can catch up if we need to. I have fairly long legs.
Oh, this is a perfect Mal situation. Okay, so Mal, you walk.
Give
in
it
this
a
room.
minute.
This small chamber has a large bathtub in it. And there's the hot coals and the water's nice and ready, boiling, ready to go in the bathtub to whoever wants to have a bath. There's candles in there. It's a nice, steamy, warm environment. And all the linen towels are there. Some robes are hanging up.
Mal just takes a bath waiting for these guys.
I knew that was going to
A
happen.
good 40-minute bath.
All right, so we'll say at this point about 15 minutes have passed, and Mal has not arrived.
Well,
Let's just go.
Either something bad has happened to him, or he decided it wasn't worth the trouble. So let's go find him.
I will wait for a short time, just to ensure that we're not leaving someone behind.
I think it's more likely that he found something else to occupy his time.
That is definitely possible. I can't leave him. I'm sorry.
This is such.
I can't. I don't know what he's going to do. I will run if I have to and catch up to you all if you plan on walking.
He's going to do an
Why don't-
Aragorn and Legolas.
If he comes through here, he's going to be like a lost puppy.
Why,
You won't ever find his way to us.
Thanik, why don't you go ahead? I'm much faster than you. If Mal does show up, he can hop on my back and I can catch up to you guys.
But I think I'm the only one that he actually likes.
And you
Here's
say that because he constantly throws pebbles at your armor?
You know, weirdly, he's talked to me about some thoughts and some feelings, and I know it is quite shocking that he has both of those things.
That was
But
literally
he
what I
does,
was going to say.
If I throw a
He's talking
pebble
to me
at
about
the
some of them.
painting, does the pebble go through?
No, you have to, like, it has to have a person touching it.
Okay. I was 100% gonna try and
That
fucking
would
eat a pebble at fucking
that would
Thanik.
enrage Thanik. I would be switching my level up to 1 level in Barbarian.
No, I want to do that.
I can always just send a message when we get there back to us and let you guys know that if he's still at the cavern or not at the mansion.
Can you send a message to him?
I can send him. So, like, if Thanik is staying here, I can send a message through any distance.
What's the range? Is it message or sending?
Sending.
Well, why don't you just send a message to Mal and can he respond?
No, but he would be able to.
Sending, you can respond.
Can you?
Yep. Message the long distance messaging spells you can respond to.
Well, why don't you message Mal?
All right, let me send a message to Mal and see where he's at.
How far is the
I think,
So 3rd and 4th level spell and says any distance.
any distance?
Yeah, so long
Yeah.
as sending works.
As long as I'm
sending works, so long as
familiar
it's on
with the
same plane.
creature.
So it doesn't matter where the creature's at, just as long as you're
it's
familiar.
restricted to like what is it, 25 words?
25 words.
Yeah,
Where
but
you at?
distance-wise, there's no issue. It's just it has to be on the same plane.
And it's a 3rd or
Yeah.
4th level spell slot.
It is.
Right.
You know what?
Okay.
I'll burn
Well,
it.
you do
Burn
that
the
and
third or fourth level spell
say what
slot.
you're going to say to Mal.
All right, I'm casting send. I'm sitting crisscross applesauce with my holy item, and I'm thinking about Mal. Are you coming? We're waiting for you.
The fuck did you guys go? I'm taking a bath right now.
She looks up at Thanik. He's taking a bath.
Well, that's
Oh,
very
boy.
consistent. Oh.
Can I break concentration so we can get going?
Let's go.
Technically, that's all it would have been, because once you end that sentence, it gets sent, and then I send mine back, and that's the spell.
Mhm.
So you can't even respond. Mal just heard. Okay, I'll just hang out, I guess.
We should.
All right,
leave.
so
we should go
an
very
hour-
quickly.
an hour and 15 minutes pass or so. Hour
What
and a half,
is
I
what
should
is
say.
both of y'all's speed?
It's
I'm
just
30 feet.
Both of you are 30.
Okay, 45.
Kismet's
feet,
35.
Kismet's just 30, I believe. They're a high elf.
Well, I guess I'm slowing down for y'all. Or I could charge ahead and give him a smack upside the head.
Okay,
We
just
should probably
transfer
stay
us, yeah.
together.
I mean, yeah.
That was fun.
2 hours later.
Are you guys all back on the main map?
Nope. But I'll refresh.
Yeah, mine's still loading.
Eventually, everyone just comes back in. They go to that same room. They just see Mal fucking full Geralt of Rivia style in the fucking warm bath.
Well, after that walk, Stevie gets into.
Do we need to re-roll? Jesus. Do we need to re-roll stealth checks to get in there?
I mean, you guys already been through there and you've seen what's in there. You know about the gargoyles, and so we're everywhere. If you're going, unless you're going anywhere you haven't been yet, you don't have to. As you see, I attached them all to use TV, so I don't have to worry about
Thank
moving
you.
everybody.
Gotcha. I'll
Except Tiny,
sheathe the
you have
weapon.
to move.
I'm just waiting for my stuff to load.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Just refresh your
Malamos, I'm
brains on what it
I'm
Okay.
actually really disappointed in this decision making.
So you guys do see that door open over there. You hear some splishy splash.
You see Mal minor illusioning 2 little boats fighting each other in like an epic siege of warfare.
Which one is it?
That was a
Which door
window.
is
You
it?
weren't actually. Yeah, you actually weren't
Oh.
supposed to be able to go through there. That's a window, but yeah.
Is the tub big enough for Stevie to also fit in?
No.
Okay. Well, then I won't get in. She totally would have.
Oh, you're all alive. I'll be honest.
Wait,
Horrible idea. If someone disappears, you don't all jump into the painting.
don't all jump into. I lost everybody. Where'd they all go?
Back.
There's
Go
an
back
open
to the
door
room.
right there. You're right here, honey, baby, right here.
Where? Ping it.
Hold on a second.
But Mal just
Right
has
there.
a minor illusion, like
Okay.
little fucking naval warfare going on in the bathtub, like little rubber duckies.
Well, I think you've had enough
Oh,
fun.
okay.
for
If you guys are
today.
ready, keep going. Well, if you guys are
Oh.
done having fun, Mal just gets down, butt ass naked, starts putting his clothes on.
Stevie went to go
Opens
investigate
the door
behind
and
this
you hear,
door.
Why is everybody opening our door? We're trying.
Immediately
to take a
closed
nap.
it again. Well,
Oh, fun. That links up.
that was a lot of kobolds. Let's not go that direction. Why are you going out the window, Tiny?
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
you're
a
not supposed to,
window?
it's a window. I
Okay.
didn't feel
Made
like
that
changing
same
it. It's a
mistake.
window.
Okay.
It's not a door. I can fix that. I just don't feel like doing it right now.
What's in this room?
What room? Is there another room over there? Oh my goodness. There's so many
yeah,
doors.
That's the other door. That's the other door I found earlier.
There
Yeah,
are
that was the
so
one that
many.
was-
There's
that
so
was the
many
one that was
doors
the,
and rooms in this mansion,
Well, it's a lodge. It's a hunting lodge.
lodge, mansion, same thing. Well, I guess we're back out here.
That leaves one more door over here if we want to go investigate it.
Let's go do it. Wait, there was more rooms up here, wasn't there?
No, that's where you went.
We made a big circle.
Yep.
But we didn't go in this door.
Yeah, you did.
So what do we see?
That's how you got to the room to begin with.
Okay.
As Mal sees Tiny walking away, Tiny, this way.
I'm coming.
Grabs her by the feet.
So it looks like this is just a room full of more rooms.
It's
a
a hallway.
mansion.
Hallway
mansion.
is the term for that kind of room.
A hallway
Yes,
is long
thank you.
and has that. I guess my big question, obviously, I'm assuming my invisibility wore off at this point.
No, it's 8 hours.
No, invisibility's 1 hour.
1 hour. Yeah, it's over at this point.
8 is still.
All right,
8
so
is
you guys
still
walk
good.
into this room, and there's also a plaque on the wall. It says "White Stag Parlor." So this room is warm and
Tiny,
comfortable,
don't
just like the last
touch
one,
anything.
with a large fireplace. There's stuffed leather chairs, table set with smoked sausages and candles. Tapestry displays magnificent white stag above a valley with a pair of green dragons soaring overhead, and deer, boars, and hedgehogs hiding among the leaves and trees below. The walls each have a trophy or two, including 2 fine mountain goat heads, an elk head with a 10-point rack, a giant eagle's head with talons, and a metallic bull's head, griffin's head and 4 claws, and the head of a white furred boar with tusks as long as daggers. The room seems otherwise deserted.
Where's the food?
Yeah.
I heard food.
It's not, well, there's a table. I just didn't put it in the middle there, but there's a table there in the middle that has sausages.
All right, she's gonna go eat.
Okay.
She decided she's hungry.
Well, I don't imagine at a rich tap.
All that walking, she's hungry.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry too.
Man, I am so relaxed. That was such a nice warm bath.
Have some food. I doubt the rich people would poison their own food.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
mansion. We're
Yeah.
in a castle.
Before Mal starts eating, he gives a good 10 minutes of watching Tiny eat to see if she dies.
Actually,
Tiny
before I
has
eat,
anti-poison in her stuff.
before I eat, can I nature check to see if any of it, like, if this is all still good,
Yeah. Sure.
like food stuff?
Mhm.
Nature check.
Man, we came here looking for Resmir, but we found a vacation home.
19.
Yeah. No, the food seems perfectly fine. It was cooked not that long ago. So it's still warm. It's not hot, but it's fresh and it seems perfectly healthy to eat.
Mal, do you have a spell to make any of this a little warmer?
No.
Just eat it. It's yummy.
I really like my food to be pretty warm. Ray, you got rid of prestidigitation, didn't you?
I never had
You
prestidigitation.
never did.
Kismet
did.
does.
Kismet, would you
Kismet.
mind warming this up a little bit? And she
Kismet
totally
refuses. Kismet totally
would. She
refuses.
totally would.
As you just see Mal smoking a fucking sausage over a candle.
And before Kismet, it was Fizz that had prestidigitation.
Right. Seeing Mal warming it over a fire, I'm going to dim the flames with thaumaturgy.
I fucking rebranded with thaumaturgy. Try me. That's my cantrip. And then you just see the PowerPoint presentation of just a giant middle finger for minor illusion.
Okay, I'm full now. That was good. I'm glad they
Okay.
left us something to eat. That was so nice
One
of
thing we
them.
should probably keep in mind, that one room had stuff going on with a white boar. That's a boar.
Well, and this
Might
is a
be
stag.
Might be noteworthy to keep track of this.
So there was a
This
boar,
seems
and
very
this one's a
conveniently
stag.
set up for us to find.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Or
complain about
they're
the
just
food.
normal
but-
trophies in a hunting lodge.
We might be overlooking into this. It might be a puzzle. Who fucking knows? Now walks
All
out
right,
with
so
a
Tiny,
sock.
you walk into it looks like just
That
the
room?
guest chambers. It's kind of its rooms are kind of dark and cold. The furnishings include a bed covered with blankets and furs, a small desk with an unlit oil lamp on top of it, wash stand, chamber pot, stuff like that. the rooms seem to be kind of shuttered. So this looks like it's a guest room, but it's pretty much has unoccupied and no one's been in here.
Stevie goes up to the next door, knocks on it. Housekeeping?
We're trying to be stealthy. That doesn't help.
I'm trying to remember the line from that. What he said after that, I don't remember. But yes, no one answers. I don't remember Chris Farley's lines after that. But no one answers.
Oh God, I can't either.
You see pretty much the same room as the last one.
Bigger.
Just an empty guest room.
Bigger. It's a bigger room.
I mean, there's probably different statuses of people that come over. All right, well.
Oh God.
Oh.
All right, so as you guys walk in, you hear a bustle of activity. You hear mixing bowls, cooking. Yes, chef, and they're just and you notice.
Is it Gordon Ramsay?
The Gordon Ramsay that Fizz met when you guys were in Greenest is working in this hunting lodge.
Oh my
And they're
fucking
like,
god!
Shallots! Yes, chef! Yes, chef! So you see them all working. There's a large stove against one wall. Contains a roaring fire. Bubbly stew pot. Shanks of venison suspended above. Strings of onions and herbs crisscross the ceiling like webs and cluttered tables preparing meals. You see these 4 cultists and 2 men and 2 women all assisting Gordon Ramsay there with arms reach of boiling water, cleavers, and knives. And their stares
Stevie,
make it quite clear that they don't like the company. And it's like,
Stevie
Is
backs
Fizz
out.
here?
we are working.
No.
Were you invited? Or if you are either here to work, if not, out.
Sorry. Closes door.
Slowly backs
Did I
away.
see Fizz Van Hall in there?
No, Fizz wasn't in there. However, I will mention, as you walked in there was like 1, 2, 3 other doors and 2 staircases, one leading up and one leading down.
The one going down was really close. We could probably sneak by and get to the stairs going down.
Does anybody remember Gordon Ramsay from his visit in Greenest? He seems very much like a big talker, but also kind of a wiener. So if he wants to talk shit to us as we walk through to the other doors, I'm sure I can handle it.
Well, I mean, we could.
Should we go
could
investigate the gargoyle path now? Maybe.
I think we should just.
I'm just saying, should the time come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, I don't think he'd be difficult to.
I will literally squeeze him in half with my thighs.
I
Yeah,
don't think that'd be hard to do.
Why
To be honest.
No,
why
it
are
would
you
not.
why are you squeezing him in half?
Because
that's a
some
different
people
story.
Because some people
need to
deserve it.
Some people need to be cut down very quickly and shown mercy, and other folks who insulted Fizz Van Hall, an old friend of ours that I don't believe he ever had the chance to meet, the way that he did may last longer.
I think I'll
Yeah.
name that Death by Snooster.
Jesus Christ.
Did you name my thighs Snoo and Snoo, which is why you said Death by Snoo Snoo? Because
Yeah.
that would be a very weird development in our relationship.
It's not going to be the weirdest.
I do believe that, honestly, I do.
Anyway, what I think we should do, if there's no objections, I think we should go upstairs next, because things that are guarded typically are maybe where we want to go.
We're already over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I look at you guys when we talk.
Oh my god, give me the program, dude.
Everyone put your weapons away before we go.
You're so 5 minutes
I've
ago.
been sheathed the entire time.
Yeah, hand crossbow, Sisseton is behind my back.
Yep, everything's away.
Everything's in my pockets.
We're just all like going up the stairs like
We are coming peace.
unarmed,
Come
unarmed,
peace.
unarmed. Think peaceful thoughts.
Hey,
Like Richard
you should go
Attenborough
first
in
this time.
Jurassic Park. Hello there. Hello. Hello there. Hello there, John.
I don't know if I should go first.
Stevie's going.
Mal goes last as usual.
I'll go with Stevie.
And as you guys go up, you can't go down. You can go up the stairs to the left or the right. That's what leads you into the room.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go this way.
Make me fearless leader.
How did I get to be the leader?
Because you're controlling me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair, fair. What do we see up here, DM?
You see the landing. It goes upstairs. You could kind of see down below there, and there's a few doors.
Okay. Well,
Something tells me we should be more cautious than sort of
Just opening random doors.
the brigandry of opening up random doors. I don't think the next 20 kobolds we find will be housekeepers.
There's lots of rooms here, though. Like a lot of rooms.
I'm not saying we should not open them. I just mean we should probably go slowly.
Should we
and
just
carefully.
go down the hall? Just start here and just start opening doors?
No,
we should
Yes.
no,
go
I don't think
slowly.
so.
Slowly and carefully.
Guys, if you want, I can do that minor illusion door trick so we can look in without them.
Yeah, let's do that.
Actually, distinct question: are these doors that open in, or are they ones that pull out? Because
They open in.
Right.
Well, Tiny already came in, and Tiny, you
She
see
found
some
red
people in
here.
front of you, and they kind of like wave you in. Are the rest of you coming in?
They wave us in.
They wave Tiny in.
Okay.
Wait, Tiny, where are you?
Okay, so let's moment here.
Tiny's gonna take a
Roll
seat.
initiative.
Well, you guys got
Interesting.
here pretty quick.
And who
Okay,
might you
so,
be?
as you guys walk in, you open a door and you enter the warm room. You hear the crackling of a fire in the hearth of what looks like to be a well-appointed chamber. The intermingling sweet smell of the burning cherry wood and the remnants of what appears to smell like the roasted boar reach your nostrils. The room is dark, but lit warmly by a fire and a few candles. The oaken walls joists of rustic yet well-crafted stateroom curve upwards to a high 12-foot ceiling. Just think one of those kind of big stately wood rooms you see in those like lodges. Bryce is from Canada, you know what I'm talking about. Those big.
Bryce is not from Canada.
Minnesota, there, bud.
Close enough. Close enough.
The sad part is I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Yes, exactly. The room is filled with lavish and comfortable furniture and a table to eat food or discuss important matters. 3 men stand in a room wearing scale mail and carrying swords, flanking a half-elven woman who's sitting in a lush, comfortable easy chair. She's wearing robes over white scale mail, and in one hand she holds a wand set with a blue gemstone, and in the other, a glass of deep red elven wine. She takes a drink of the wine as she sees you guys coming in and smiles. She's like, "Welcome. Fear not, I consider you to be my guests. Perhaps we can do business."
Your mansion's really cool. We were looking in all the rooms.
Oh, it's not.
Mal's
it's hard to
hand-
imagine.
Mal's hand instantly goes over Tiny's mouth. Ah, pleasure to meet you.
Your hand instantly goes, "What?"
Instantly over Tiny's mouth a second. Oh, we've been in
Oh.
every.
She's like, "Please have a seat." She points to all the very comfortable chairs in the room.
Tiny like
Thanak
jumps
will
on one.
Thanak will not sit down, but he'll stand he'll stand behind one of the chairs and say, "You do know it is disconcerting to be anticipated in a place where I'm assuming we're not supposed to be."
You know, it's disconcerting. You are basically admitting you came into a place you're not supposed to be.
Well, I think that's a fact that we're all quite aware of. The fact
No,
that
the
you were
mansion wanted me to
anticipating us
come.
to be in a place that we weren't supposed to be is rather more disconcerting. So I do have to ask for you to get
Well,
a
I'll
little
say
bit more
this
to the point. What is it that
before
you
I
want from
continue,
us?
just amuse me, humor me. I mean, you went through a magical portal to get here. Apparently following someone else who had maybe recently come through. So why don't you tell me why you're here?
I think that because you know
I know,
exactly who
I
the
know,
person is that
I
we're
know.
following, you know exactly why we're here and why we're following them.
Good.
I don't think
Then we
that
can
needs
get
much
so we can
explanation.
get all the nonsensical questions out of the way now, can we not?
Yes, that's why I asked you to get rather to the point of what is it exactly that you want from us.
Well, she takes another sip of her wine, swirls it a little bit. She's like, "Well, you could say we have mutually beneficial goals. The cult is filled to the brim with, shall we say, enthusiastically loyal members and leaders. We all share the dream of bringing Tiamat back into our world. However, we can be a tad cannibalistic and ambitious in this endeavor. We are willing allies, yet easily motivated rivals, you could say. You should already know this from your run-in with Frulam. By the way, congratulations, by the way. Defeating Frulam and Cyanrath is nothing to scoff at. And you can see her, she's kind of giving sultry eyes to Thanik as she
This
says
fucking stone face.
Stevie,
Dylan smiles. Thanek is not.
Stevie just kind of like at the sultry eyes.
This is where things get tricky with allegiances and the acquisition of the dragon masks.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to pee real bad.
Natural pause.
Tiny's completely out of the loop right now because she has no clue what's going on. She's just listening.
Has Mal?
Are
ever
we?
heard-
Are we?
I've started the
are
term
we
dragon
aware of
masks.
dragon masks?
Yeah, I feel like we've heard of them, like in passing, like in that book, for example. Like we've heard of those.
Yeah,
there.
but no one's talked to you about it. Like none of the order, no one.
Right.
Yeah, like
I
we
would
don't have
say
any-
Kismet.
What
If Kismet was here, her ears would perk up at hearing that. But none of you, other than reading it in some books or some writings, you guys know nothing about these dragon masks.
Yeah, well, I
it
mean,
would
so
be super noticeable because Kismet's an elf, so fucking ears for days. Ears perk up. It's like a fucking beagle.
No, so like I had all of those dragon books from that I bought at the bookstore at Walden Books. Would the dragon masks have been in any of those?
No,
The Tome of the Dragon, One Sage's Worm Book, A History of Draconic Interactions.
no, because those were all about dragons. Dragons, like.
Don't do that tongue thing.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't do that dragon mask thing. Dragon masks are not dragons per se, so you wouldn't have seen that in there.
They weren't mentioned in there.
Yes, but she notices a little. You guys kind of are looking at each other, and she notices Kismet's ears kind of perk up, and so she's like, "Have you not heard of the dragon masks? Well then, I guess a history lesson is in order. Please, you're comfortable, right? Kusvia, get them some wine, please." And you see the dragon, the cultist, the dragon cult guy. He gets a bottle of wine and he starts pouring some glasses and he hands it out to all of you.
Tiny gladly takes hers and starts drinking.
Thanek will not take one, and we'll just say, "Be concise."
Oh, you're adorable. The
I've
five
heard
masks,
that a time or two.
The five masks were crafted to resemble one of the five primary varieties of chromatic dragons. Those that corresponded with Tiamat's five heads, the white, green, blue, black, and red dragon masks. Each mask conferred upon its wearer a variety of magical powers, several of which involved an element associated with the five types of chromatic dragons. They granted protection from the given element, and more importantly, as you will soon find, each of these masks allow the wearer to exert a limited form of influence over dragons of that color. Aside from the personal power they provide for the cult, they are of the utmost importance, for when two or more of the masks are brought together, they join together as the Mask of the Dragon Queen, the essential piece needed to complete the ritual that will free Tiamat from the Nine Hells. So you can see how a worm speaker would covet not only the mask of their wing, but also the personal glory of being one of the free Tiamat, and to bask in her glory and rewards.
So, do you have any of these masks?
Should be no surprise that Resmir does. But this does bring us to the game we are all now participating in, finding and obtaining the masks, of course. The cult's de facto leader, the one who brought about this resurgence, is Severin Silrajan, Red Dragon Worm Speaker, and owner of the Red Dragon Mask. As a young Kalashit member of the Cult of the Dragon, Severin was inspired by Tiamat to carefully reread the version of Magless Chronicles of years to come. I know a lot of books that you may not be interested in, but it is important. Believe it or not, I'll have Kusvia make sure you write this down for them, please. Thank you. You see him, but he's got a piece of parchment.
He's gonna give us the meeting minutes later.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
The memo notes. Translated by Semester as As a young casual member to Dragon Cults of Energy, inspired by Human to carefully reread the version of Magnus's Chronicle of Years to Come, translated by Samaster as "Naught will be left save shattered thrones with no rulers, but the dead dragons shall rule the world entire." And this should, guys, remind you something, because you did hear them speaking about the that they were looking to bring Dracoliches in as part of this resurgence. And ultimately came to believe that the correct translation was "Naught will be we left save shattered thrones with no rulers, but the dead dragon shall rule the world entire." A translation that many sages and ultimately other worm speakers believe heretical with respect to Samaster's words. Thus, the beings that should be the targets of their devotion were not Dracoliches, but living dragons. Severin's plan is now to get the many dramatic dragons on our side, bringing them with loot and hoards, all the stuff you guys have kind of gathered, I'm sure, in your travels here. The Order's been quite good in following us. Yes, we know all about them. He also allied with the exiled Red Wizards of Thay, which I'm sure you ran into one of them chasing Rezmir on your way here. I think you met that one, Asbara Joss, right?
Chasing or
Who's
alive?
at Neatar? Excuse me?
Chasing Rezmir or allied with Rezmir?
The Red Dragon speaker, Severin, has brought in the leader of the Red Wizards of Thay to help them with this, and Asbara Joss is one of them working with Rezmir. So as you can see...
The Red Wizard dude?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Now, this stuff should the rest of this should be quite memorable to you all. This is what motivated Lenathan and Frulam to usurp Rezmir. Rezmir has the Black Dragon Mask. Now, why would a blue dragon and his lover Frulam want the Black Mask, you may ask? The Blue Dragon Whisperer Galvin, a powerful wizard, is in possession of the Blue Mask and Severin's chief philosophical rival, believing wholeheartedly in the Dracolich dogma. He has sway over Lenathan, and this is why the Blue Scourge worked for Rezmir in the Black Wing, to ultimately overthrow her and take the Black Mask back to Galvin so he can merge them into the Mask of the Dragon Queen. The scheme you wonderfully ended by taking down Frulam. And I believe Lenathan, which is some amazing things that you guys have done. So now that you are educated, how do I, and invariably you, have aligned goals? Rezmir did pass through here with her tail between her legs as you overran Neatar. I smiled, drank my wine, and waved as she stopped momentarily. And I told her, of course, I would stop those chasing her. So, as far as she knows, I'm here to destroy you.
Do you also hate her like Frulam did?
Oh, we will. Well, I don't necessarily hate her, but I will explain.
Because
this quite.
it seems like the different factions have all these kind of rivalries between each other, and
Yeah,
I
like
don't.
I said, we're quite cannibalistic. We all look for power in our own
It seems
ways.
like a Game of Thrones almost.
Perhaps.
Yeah, they're all competing for the
Perhaps it
throne.
does sound quite. It's quite has a ring to it, if you will. Write that down.
It's canon, Mal created Game of Thrones and D&D.
So she has
Fuck.
passed her way through, thinking I'm here to stop you, and she has gone to our true stronghold, which is Skyreach Castle, with her Thayan wizard in tow. This is the most vulnerable she has ever been. Optimally, the White Mask is more my style, but it's learned we are no longer in possession of it. Although I am angered by its loss, I am thoroughly enjoying the drama surrounded. It seems a gnomish member of the Zentarum, a little female gnome, managed to steal the White Mask from his stronghold in Neverwinter. Imagine that. I will find it soon enough. But for now,
I can imagine.
the Black Mask is closer to my grasp. Yes, it is who you're thinking.
What was her name again?
Trick. Not Trick.
Gemna
fucking
Glitz.
Gemna.
Gemna.
Yeah. Like inwardly cheering for Gemna.
I'm not. She's attacked.
But
me
for now, the Black
never
Mask
attacked
is
you.
closer to my grasp. I want the Black Mask. You want Rezmir to stop her plans. I am not foolish enough to believe you would also not have aims to stop me and the cult as a whole. But let's look at the immediate picture here. If Rezmir succeeds in her plans, she will ultimately unite the masks. She's on the cusp of having the power to take out Galvin and take the Blue Dragon Mask, despite all the setbacks you have caused her. Her development of these horrendous good the development of Those horrendous good dragon eggs she mutates, as she calls draconians, give her the edge to easily dispatch Galvin, especially after Lenithon and Frulam Coop was fully revealed. Also, many in the cult who believe in the live dragon philosophy are none too pleased with those abominations she has created as an affront to dragonkind, even if they are born of metallic dragon age. So I propose this. I'm sorry, you were going to say something.
Is Lenithon still around?
I believe you were the last to see him, were you not? We have not heard hide or hair of Lenithon.
Okay, so Dobby
Maybe dead,
did-
maybe not. We're not too sure.
So Dobby did do some damage. Okay,
Dobby?
you don't need to know.
At any rate, this is my proposal. Go to Skyreach Castle. It's a flying fortress built by cloud giants, and thwart the transport of the largest treasure hoard you have ever seen that Resmer is using to expedite the delivery. The base of her draconian experiment and production is also inside of Skyreach. You can set back the cult's plans by years, stop the horrendous corruption of the metallic dragon leads, and potentially discover yourselves immensely rich with the hoard that is within. I will provide you assistance on getting aboard Skyreach before it departs. I can give you some accoutrements and a secret passphrase that will get you within arm's reach of Skyreach. And yes, I realize you could beat it out of me, so to speak. However, don't be fooled. I'm quite powerful myself and have everything in this entire lodge that will descend upon this room at a moment's notice. And even though you have not seen them, do not be fooled to think that it is empty. And if that doesn't worry you, then perhaps the knowledge that the snow-white Galazhiel, the Cloud Chaser, a handsome dragon of pure white northern breed, protects this lodge from above. You won't win this fight, and then Resmir and the cult win. So my proposal is a win-win for everyone. Look, I know ultimately we are enemies, and one day we will most likely...
What do you win?
Well, I'm getting there. Obviously,
She's playing chess.
removal of a rival is one of the most important things. That obviously right off the bat. Like I said, it's a win-win for everyone. But the smart choice is not to have this battle today between us. The smart choice is to accept my offer. The castle is docked near... Yes.
Insight her? Like, what is she holding back? Because she seems like she's giving us way too much information. Like,
oh, yeah. There
it's
actually
like...
is actually an opportunity for that. I just got one more thing to get through. No, you don't have to apologize. She's going to just give you the rest of what she's saying, and then... Because some stuff might be answered and some stuff might not be, so...
Cool.
The castle is docked near the village of Parnast. It's only not too far of a walk from here. But be advised, the entire village, for the most part, is under the cult control. But this is where my aid comes in. In the large room here on the upper floor, the Queen of the Dragon's chamber, there's a banner that has 5 stripes, colored black, blue, green, red, and white, respectively. Take this banner with you. It is meant to be flown on a lance or spear as a signal when approaching the cult, to show the bearer is friendly. Use the passphrase, Tiamat, our mother and strength, if and when anyone stops to identify you in the village. I cannot tell you when the castle is set to depart. Resmir is most likely paranoid and on guard now after the events in Neatar. However, as far as my informants have told me, the castle is still docked as we speak, being loaded to the gills with treasure. Now, if you want to check more, you can do charisma checks. Charisma-based checks, if you're looking for more information.
Charisma?
Insight, you mean?
Did
talking
say
about insight?
I
Is
should
insight
turn
charisma?
my mic
Insight's
back on.
wisdom.
I
Insight
would
is
want to
wisdom.
do insight, which is wisdom based.
Yeah.
It does
I'll do
call
charisma.
for charisma, but I'll allow the
Perception.
I'll allow insight.
is it just a straight charisma roll, or do you want like the persuasion check?
Yeah, you can use like persuasion or something like that. I mean, yeah.
Because my persuasion's way better. So.
And as far as your insight check, like what is there anything specific you're looking for, Steve?
Like how truthful is she being? Like, yeah, I believe that she probably wants to get rid of Resmir, because that bitch is awful. But like, what isn't she saying? Like, or is she holding anything back?
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to know if what she's saying or holding back. But with a 17, you do notice that everything, her entire motivation is self-serving, and there's no doubt about that. However, you don't sense any deception in it because everything she's asking you to do will help her. So, and nothing she's told you has been a lie. So that you see that although it is self-serving, she's not doing this to help you destroy the cult, because obviously she is a member of the cult and she is one of the wearers of the purple. So she wants the cult to succeed. However, as you saw with Frulam, this is where it ties in, which you remember from Frulam, that there is a lot of rivalry between these different leaders, and they're always jockeying for power. And what Frulam was trying to do with Rezmir, she's trying to fill this power vacuum. With Frulam gone, Rezmir on the run, and if this gets stopped and Rezmir falls, she's poised to move up.
Do you have, how do I put this, a weakness like Frulam did? Her weakness was her son.
Oh, darling, please. Goes off some more wine. He pours some more wine. As he's pouring the wine, she looks at you. She's like, look at me. I am flanked by 4 very, very handsome men. Unfortunately, I'm stuck at this lodge. This is what seems to be my duties, if you will. However, I am not tied down by any of these touchy-feeling things like Frulam was. A son, please. Please. Please, you think I'd let any of these put a baby inside of me? Come on. No.
I just want to make sure that you are a solid investment.
I mean, we do have ties with dragons. If my information is correct, it seems you do as well. So, my tie with the amazingly wonderful white dragon that protects this lodge shouldn't be any strangeness to you. But other than that,
seems to make sense.
You get it. If you know, you know, right?
I think
So you're both
nobody else
fucking
knows.
dragons. Got it. Cool.
Great, another one.
By the way, I rolled 23 for my charisma shit.
Yeah. Were you going to ask a question, or what did you want to?
Oh, I thought you wanted everyone to roll. Sorry.
No. I said if you wanted to, if there was some other things you wanted to find out.
Persuasion. Try and persuade her of something.
Hold on.
Try and persuade her to give us.
If you want to hang.
I know what I'm waiting for. I know what I'm persuading for. I got it.
Fuck.
It's clear that you're playing a game of chess. You're trying to be the king, the big piece. No, that's fine. We're gonna end up doing this regardless. We appreciate the information. I think we ask that you do as a favor. Fire that asshole cook Gordon Ramsay and tell him Viz Van Hall sends his regards.
He is a dick, isn't he? He is.
Yo, yeah, fucking asshole.
He is not a good person.
But the food is amazing.
Maybe give him like a temporary leave, like make him feel like he's fired, and then be like, "You're lucky we couldn't find someone."
Well,
she's pointing
know.
Table. Have you not? Please try some. It's to die for.
If you
to
can,
be honest with you,
there is someone I know, a furbolg by the name of Fizz Van Hall, who is much better.
Wants to get back in. I mean, is it true you guys have great dental? He kept talking about that.
Right, like he just wanted the dental insurance.
She just smiles, and you see her very, very white, pearly teeth as she smiles.
Are those veneers?
Holy shit, it's true.
God.
You have an idea how it is to get fangs covered?
But
so
yes,
you're aware. Go ahead, sorry.
No. It was not. Go ahead. I was just filling time. What were you going to say?
So you're aware that we have struck a deal with a previous competitor of yours in the past. It seems that's fairly obvious at this point, correct?
Oh, the bitch you killed.
I
Technically, she
have
killed
wanted to describe her as such, yes.
Yeah, I killed her.
What about it?
It's clear you're aware that we've entered into this sort of agreement, which also means that you're aware that we are not aligned at all with the cultist or with the rising of any ancient five-headed dragons.
Of course not. Of course not.
And it's also very clear to you the fate of Frulam Mondath and her entire family.
Listen, look, I know ultimately we are enemies, and one day we will most likely have this confrontation. But the smart choice is not to have it today. The smart choice is to accept it.
I'm not saying the smart choice is to have this altercation today. All I'm saying is that if we sign into any sort of agreement or proposal, you are essentially stealing your fate. And I need you to be abundantly clear that your death is now imminent if we are to help you. Because if you're not, then I don't think you understand the full parameters of what you're asking.
You see the men behind. You see the men behind her. They just their hands just rest on the pommels of their swords, and you just move up a little bit closer behind her chair.
Sure.
As you say it.
Sure.
She's like, boys.
Danik, you're horrible with negotiations.
He's a giant. Okay, it's the bravado is born into them, if you will. Some thought it had something to do with their nether regions, but I mean,
that sounds vaguely racist.
So
It is.
And I'm part of a cult that wants to bring back dragons to subjugate the entire world. You think me besmirching the honor of a giant is a big deal?
I'm just marking down the facts.
Oh yes, we like to
future
keep all of the reasons why we hate people that we also eventually kill, so that we can sort of align priorities.
You can put it within the mouths of as many ravens as you want, as they scream it out to the world. You won't cancel me.
Oh, no worries. This isn't going out to anyone in particular. This is only to make sure that we have our priorities in order. Again, if we enter into any sort of agreement, when we steal whatever dragon mask that you speak of, I've never seen such a thing, but once we have it in our possession, you will, of course, based on our agreement, want it. And we will, of course, ensure, much like we have with Frulam and many other cultist friends and family and brothers and sisters, that you will not have it. So if you are, again, very clear in your role in this, which is that you die in our path to ensure that the cult is not successful, then sure, we will help you.
And this changes.
I just don't. I like signing contracts with anyone who hasn't.
Well,
read
no
it
one's
in
asking
full.
you to sign the damn thing, are they not, dear? No, they
Well, I'm down for signing. Mal reaches his hand out.
Hold up.
All I'm asking you to do is go to Skyreach and stop Resmir from doing what she's doing.
Sure.
We were going to do that anyways, right? Like
We were going to do that anyways, but Tiny, one of the great parts of negotiations such as this is now we have a second goal. A very important goal, but a second goal nonetheless. Once we achieve our first goal, we will also be able to turn our backs on this individual person and serve them the justice that is their due.
Danik, that's not negotiations. That's called a crusade.
Oh, it's not a crusade. It's not a crusade at all. See, the negotiation here is that all parties know exactly what the agreement is that we're working with.
I only
She
ask
is more
one
than willing
thing.
to ask us of whatever it is she would like of us, but so
And
long
if
as
you
she
want
knows the death is imminent,
my
that's
assistance,
important.
the only thing you have to do is bring me back the mask.
We will be to you, and we will show it to you.
Although you
So-
seem to be brutally honest, I don't trust you. She points to Mal.
Oh.
You said you were willing, to sign. I don't need you to sign anything. Just shake hands.
Of course. My word is as good as anything else.
She
I don't
nods
know
her
about
hands.
that.
So you will bring me back the mask then.
Oh, of course. Shakes hand.
Okay. As you shake the hand, I need you
Fuck.
to do a.
Why must I play Mal like this? I know it's a bad
Yeah.
idea.
I need you to do a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck.
The one I just got proficiency in.
Are you sending it through to me, or do you want me to just do it?
No, go ahead, roll it.
Cool. Saves. How bad could my wisdom? Oh, it's a -1. Oh, fucking shit!
Gets a nat 20. This motherfucker
19.
gets a nat 20.
Fucking righteous.
Holy shit, that should not have worked.
No,
It
it
might
should
not.
not have worked at all. As you go to shake her hand, you do notice there's like a sigil in her palm. And right before you go to do it, you kind of pull back before shaking her hand.
Nothing good's gonna come out of it, and your natural 20 said that.
So, I appreciate that. I'm more of a left-handed guy.
Don't shake her hand.
I will fucking roll deception on that if I need to.
You see her lip kind of curls. And she looks at her palm and she goes like this and just kind of goes up. It wouldn't have hurt you. At any
I
rate,
felt like it...
my
I
dragon
mess
will
with
be
people.
watching. Either bring me back the mask or I make sure you do not leave that castle alive.
You said it was a white dragon, right?
Yes.
Note to self, they fucking love ice cones.
So what you said you would be able to provide us with some help. Would that come in the form of magical items?
No, it'd be the passphrases to get you through there without being killed and arrested immediately.
Oh, fine. I was just hoping for some dragon scale mail.
No, unfortunately, that I don't have. Like mine. She strokes her white scale mail.
Well, yes,
But
I
of
wanted
course,
some.
apparently, my metamorph seems to love me more than yours did because he gave me the scales for this.
Stevie just.
Then I will look at Stephen Hill and just go, don't. Don't.
Get it, you both have sugar daddies.
I don't know what you're talking about, Thanik.
We'll discuss later, darling.
Isn't she a sugar mommy now?
Well, yes, because dragons can switch. Question: I haven't had much experience with half dragons. Can they do the same sex change as full dragons?
No, because they're inferior.
That is a very odd question. Why are you asking me this question?
I want to know. I'm curious. I like knowing things.
I don't deal with half dragons. All I deal with is the Snow White Glassheal, the Cloud Chaser, the handsomest dragon of the pure northern breed. That's the only dragon that I deal with. I don't deal with half dragons.
Oh,
like-
so you're a simp. Okay.
Darling, please.
No,
If you would
darling, I
even-
believe that's called a power bottom.
Can we go look around the mansion some more?
I mean, yes. If you're agreeing to my plan, you are not going to be impeded. The lodge is at your disposal.
Well, yeah, I agree.
I
to the
will
plan
give
as
you
well.
before you leave. Just find Sorvik here, and he will give you the passphrases and show you the route to Parnast. Show you by give you like a map, not go with you.
Yes.
A deal's been struck. You can always trust a Delfontaine.
I don't think you can.
Shut up.
Danny, be quiet. And we can choose whichever the rooms we like that aren't currently
yes,
occupied.
any room that's empty. Yes, of course.
Is your room available by any chance?
No.
Ooh, fucking shooting that shot though.
It's about
Mel.
confidence. First
Mel,
thing it says no.
remember, she has a dragon daddy.
Hey, just because it's a goalie doesn't mean he can't score.
When you're a tiefling and the goaling is a
End the
dragon.
session. End the session.
End
End
the
the session. End the session.
But also, I have to
I think it's a
pee.
bathroom
So
break. Yeah, I think it's time for a
I
bathroom
feel like that's a good
It is
bathroom
weird.
break.
It is time for a bathroom break. Yeah, but to be honest with you, I mean, there I do have the town and stuff ready where you guys are to go to next. But especially since Sophie wasn't here, we could end this here. And then when Sophie comes back next session, you guys can look around the lodge somewhere if you'd like, and then move on to Parnast.
And
I'm
late,
just
right?
imagining Tiny just opening every single door and disturbing literally every single person. That's what I'm imagining.
You
We
have
can
no
finish
audio,
with-
babe.
If there's searching around this area that we need to do or want to do, then we can do that and at least get into like the opening throws of the town before the next session.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want
I
to
don't
have
any
fun,
problem.
go through the lodge, go right ahead.
Yeah, because Tiny is totally about opening all the doors now. She's got complete permission to go through all the rooms.
Yeah, all right, but we will take a bathroom break. So let's take a bathroom
Yes.
break, and then you guys can go back here and get into shenanigans in the hunting lodge.
Okay.
I gotta pee. fucking damn. That's right. I'm back.
All right. Hold on a second. I gotta open up my notes again. Because you already ran in. I didn't even get to say we're back, and you're already in another fucking room. So, Jesus Christ.
Hey, this room has 4 beds. Come check this room out.
I'm not sleeping in the same room as you.
All right.
Come
So the
on.
room you went into, Tiny. The shutters are open. There's lights shining in. There's 4 unmade beds. And other furnishings include a table with 4 chairs and a wine rack containing multitude of bottles. Most of them uncorked and empty, but there are some corked bottles in there as well. The wall is lined with hooks and stands made to store weapons and armor. And the room seems to be for soldiers and or guards.
Does it seem like it currently has people staying in here?
Yes, it looks lived in.
Tiny, I think this room is already occupied. We should find a different room.
Okay, let's go check out more rooms. More doors, more doors.
There are quite a lot of doors.
It's a mansion.
So you walk into this room, and it's another bathroom, even more luxurious than the one Mal was in. There's 2 tubs. The tubs are a little bit larger.
Could I fit in
And
one of
there's,
these tubs?
Yes.
I'm gonna go take a bath. What the fuck was that? Hermes, what are you doing? Anyways, my cat was doing cat things. Stevie's gonna take a
I thought
bath.
you were talking to the god Hermes. Thank you for the
Exactly.
clarification.
Yeah.
By the way, it seems like you're taking a bath with Thanik and Kismet all together. 'Cause
Yeah,
they just came with
duh.
you. It's a hot tub.
no, I'm the
Yeah,
only one
since-
in. They're just standing right near it, like
Helping you get in.
exactly.
The only thing
honestly,
since
I
I am
need it.
following, the only thing that I'll say is, since I'm following Mickey, is before we leave the room, you said that there are 4 like half dragon guards with this mystery person.
No, not half dragon guards. I said it was a dragon claw. He was. One
But
of the
there's 4 of
cultists.
them.
There was 3 there present, and they were all human.
Oh, so there's
There
only
was,
3 total.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I got the. I just want to make sure I got the role play right, because essentially before we leave,
there was
I just want
Sorvik,
to like.
Malgot, and the dragon claw, who was the one who kept filling up her wine.
Gotcha.
I kept saying his name. I forgot what his name was. Cool. I gotta look it up again.
His name's Wine
before I leave and follow Stevie, Thanak will just like take a step and a turn away, and then square back up on everybody and just go, "You first, and then you, and then I think you, in that order. See you soon." And then
As Thanik
I'll
turns
leave
away,
with
there's a
Stevie.
minor illusion that says, "He grows on you. Trust me."
You hear? Oh, hold on. I need a perception check from Stanek and Mal.
Okay. That's a natural.
Okay.
That's a
In
natural.
D&D Beyond, if you want to
So
check it.
Mal doesn't hear a damn thing, but Thanik, you hear them. You hear Sorvik lean over and talk to Malgot, and he goes, "From what I heard, the only growing he does is when the little one casts a spell on him."
So I pointed at Sorvik not first. So upon hearing that, I'll lean it a little closer and say, "Sorry, now you first. The rest can watch you fall." And then I'll leave.
He just gives you a little smarmy 2-finger salute
Give
and
you a
giggles
suck in the wink.
as you leave.
That's Mal just super confused. I don't know.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Tiny
Tiny
found a
walked into
weapon.
another room. Yes. So when you walk in this room, you see there's kind of a hole in the roof, so it exposes what looks to be an armory to the elements. So there's a little bit of snow in there. It's a little waterlogged because of the hole in the roof. A few of the weapons that are stored here are present. There's shelves to the north lie mostly bare, and a poorly maintained weapon rack standing against the south wall holds 3 rusty spears and a frayed net. And nearby is a cabinet, which is right over here, and you can interact with that cabinet.
Sweet.
as soon as we're out of the room, Mal's gonna obviously not be able to pull Thanik off of Stevie for this roleplay situation, but Mal's gonna just go to Thanik and be like, Thanik, have you ever thought about de-stressing? You seem very tense these days.
Me? Oh, I'm quite fine, actually. I hope you don't. I hope you don't mistake.
Everyone, come here! I found weapons.
I hope you don't mistake as we started heading that way, as my interest is piqued. I hope you don't mistake my actions as stressful. I simply want to ensure that I don't like surprises, and I assume that when it comes to things like battle and death, no one else likes surprises either. We were honest with Faerun, and we will be honest with these folk as well.
Well, all I have to say is if you ever need, I can tell you carry your load on your shoulders, you're very tense these days, and then Mal pulls out his thing of spice that he had sex with to get for drugs. It's a great smelling salt. You just inhale a little bit, helps relieve a lot of stress.
I have done a very, very good job at staying away from any sort of enhancements over the course of my very long, storied career.
So here's
I
the
don't
fun
think
thing.
I'll be
It
starting
enhances
now.
nothing.
But I'm supposed to take it to make me feel less stressed,
Yes.
which would mean an enhancement upon my mental health.
It might decline it, actually.
Well, then I definitely don't want it.
I'm just saying, when you're ready, let me know.
Don't hold your breath, friend.
And let's go check out the fucking weapons.
Yeah, weapon room, inside.
This way, this way, this way. Come this way.
We're just gonna assume Mal's
here.
everyone else now. As Stevie's just taking a bath.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming Thanik, you're following them. You said let's see the weapons. So Thanik is with you, and
Oh, yeah.
Kismet most likely came with you.
Anything noteworthy? As far
I
as
took
weapons go?
I took a dragon long
Dragon
spear. Dragon gleam. I took a dragon gleam that has it's an enchanted. I don't know. Is it a wand?
No.
What is
It
it?
tells
I'm
you
trying
what
to
it
figure
is.
out what it is. It's a
It
spear.
just- yeah, there you go.
I fucking I love spears.
I got a
Me
spear.
personally as a person.
I got a spear. Well, click on the this treasure chest room. So there's arrows, crossbows, heavy crossbows, long bows, long swords, and a regular spear. Anything of noteworthy?
Looks like I can't click into it, so.
Read me the list one more time.
Okay, so there's heavy crossbow, longbow, longsword, and a spear.
Is there anything fancy about the longsword?
It won't.
If it just says longsword, it's just a regular longsword. I assume.
Yeah. The only named weapon is the dragon gleam that she has.
Yeah.
And what does that do?
It has 10 charge of daily light spells in Twilight and Dark Forest Brush. A phase. What does it say? Teme, Eye Shine.
I'm logging back in again. So
It's in Dracon.
Maybe I should turn my microphone on when I'm talking.
yeah.
There's a command phrase to make the daylight spell happen. It's Tiamat's Eye Shine, just written in Draconic runes on the spear's crossguard.
Yeah, since Teeny can read Draconic, it works out well for her.
Hey, Teeny, that's a pretty nifty spear you found there. You want to make a trade?
There's another spear in there.
Yeah, but that one looks fancy. That one looks fancier, though. I've got this cool little staff that I can't use worth a shit. I feel like you could use it where you can turn it into a snake.
Yeah. How big is a spear anyways?
Probably bigger than Tiny.
Because it's 3 pounds. So I'm assuming this damn thing is big.
I mean, yeah, your average spear is usually 4 to 5 feet, I would say.
Yeah, so this might be. I might end up having to drop this because this is might be too big for her to use.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Forge is not opening for me.
Well, that's fun.
So, Tini.
Like it's opening
We're in
up,
agreement?
like the share screen one is open. It's fine. It's opening up fine. But me trying to log in on a browser, it's just
Weird.
I just got a white screen.
How do I drop stuff? I forgot.
I mean, just delete it from your inventory and Mal can add it. to his.
You can trade with people too.
How do I
Or
trade?
if you want to just drop it in a room, just take it from your inventory, just drag it into the room, and it'll just drop it right into the room.
Okay. Create a new pile. I couldn't do anything because the GM is not active.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I
trying to
suppose.
get in there.
Which we can do that if Lunga gets back or not. Sounds like we're just exploring as it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't take items either. So I was gonna grab the spear or the longsword for either. I don't know if
Or you can just leave 'em in
or
when we
Mickey
get
might.
back.
Yeah.
It's a Chrome thing. I use a different browser and it's let me log in. Fucking.
Yeah, because there's arrows for the longbow and arrow and bolts for the crossbow. There's a long sword in here, a spear. I took this gleamy one just because it was shiny. I didn't actually really get an idea. I didn't really pay attention to it. But yeah, it'd be
I'm
something
back.
that me or
So
you could use.
I'm back, so you should be able to do it now.
Danik, did you want a longsword?
Simple, basic longsword. I'm not entirely sure that would be terribly useful to me.
Hmm.
It would allow me to use a shield again, but I really do like the around about 1d12 damage this great axe does.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything special about it.
Yeah, if you just want to give it here, I'll give you this staff of Aether. You can turn it into a snake, and you give me the cool looking spear.
I think the spear is too big for me anyways.
Perfect. Here, have a stick.
How big is the stick? Why won't it let me drop it now?
Yeah, I dropped my staff of Aether. I have no idea where it went.
Again, babe, just open your sheet,
I did.
hold the item, and just drag it out into the middle of the room and let go.
That's what I was trying to do.
Okay, hold on, I'll do it. What are you trying to put up?
Dragon Gleam.
Okay, momentary.
I want to pick up his staff.
See, I actually don't see where that staff went, so I'm very confused. Oh, it probably went downstairs. Now I think about it.
Yeah, it's not.
That'd be
doing it. All
fucking
right,
hilarious. Just add Dragon Gleam to your inventory.
Well,
Yeah,
we
you
can
can
trade.
do
We'll
that,
trade
but-
when we get outside too.
But if you go to the, in the bottom corner where the little dots are, I think you click on the person and you could trade with them.
But Mel lost his stuff.
Hold on. I'm just going downstairs. I think it probably went downstairs.
Oh, it might have. I don't know. It's still in our inventory though.
Oh, is it still in my inventory?
I don't see it.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, I think it's gone from his inventory too.
Yeah, it's gone.
He lost the staff.
Oh, then I'll be back. I'm gonna go see if it's downstairs.
Maybe downstairs. The levels are goofy. Like, yeah, they're downstairs. Hold on a second. Did you get the Dragon Gleam or no?
I'm
No.
going downstairs to pick it up.
Well, I found your Staff of the Adder. I don't know where the Dragon Gleam went.
The Dragon Gleam's still in my inventory. My
Yeah,
inventory
yeah.
wouldn't let it drop.
It didn't leave her inventory.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
hold on a second. Just
We can just
yeah.
have him pick it up, and then we'll do it when we're outside. It's easier that way.
I'll just do it manually. I'll do it
Okay.
for you guys.
Oh yeah, and you need to give me my bubbles back. Damn it! I lost
Bubbles?
those. Yeah, the shiny bubbles that I got when we were.
Bobbles, not bubbles.
They're bubbles.
Bobbles.
They're
A
shiny.
bobble is like a fucking piece of, I don't know, a wall decant.
It's like the round Christmas tree ornaments are
Yeah.
bubbles.
Yeah, and it's got like a shiny
Oh,
piece of metal and.
baubles. Okay. I thought you said bubbles. I'm like, what?
She said bubbles.
Okay, there you go
They're
now.
just shiny bubbles. Okay.
There, babe, there's the Staff of the Adder.
Okay.
Mal, you can just add Dragon Gleam to your inventory.
Yeah, I'll do that later. Because there's no way it's gonna get used unless I want to be like, hey guys, check this out. Light! Because it's a strength-based one.
Like I said, I've never done the trading. There is a way to trade. I think in the bottom corner, where the dots are to have your names, I think you can click on a player there and do trades with them that way. In the bottom left corner.
Oh my god, there's a trade request.
Yeah.
Hold on. Marie. Send a trade request.
Okay, accept.
Because you already got my Staff of Vader, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I drag it here.
And then accept.
Okay.
And if you hit accept, I should get that, I believe. That is so much easier, my god.
Thank you.
You guys have never had to do trades before, so I haven't had to think about it, but yeah, it's down there.
There, you got a snake stick, and I've got a spear that looks pretty.
Well, that's the spear that we should put the flag on.
So Tiny goes downstairs, and she's in the kitchen, as it's a bustle activity again. And she goes immediately down to the basement, which is really dark.
That's fine. Not a big deal for me.
So as you go down here,
I'll be honest, there's a certain point where he just sees Tiny run off. He's like, nope, I'm done. And he just goes,
I'm operating under the assumption that Stevie got in one of these bathtubs and Kismet got in the other, and we're just chilling.
All right, so babe, as you go down here, it's a cellar. It's damp and it smells like apples and vinegar. Right down there, you see there's bags of apples and sacks of potatoes line one wall. And there's shelves there those are big, tall shelves that are lining it that way.
Does it look like there's anything like?
And as you go around the corner, and why did they disappear? God damn it! Okay, there's supposed to be people here. Hold on a second.
He's just gonna get into a combat encounter by herself, while me and Thanik and everyone just fucked off.
Moment.
I don't think Tiny doesn't think she's in any danger now because she got permission to run around here.
Okay, why is it not letting me put? Oh, whoa! Too many. Okay, so as you come around the corner there, you see that there's 3 prisoners. They're chained along the wall. There's a dwarf with a chopped and singed beard, and 2 humans, a man and a woman. The woman looks to be severely wounded, and their chains are secured to iron rings, keeping them just out of reach of the food. And
is there like water or just food down here? Is there any
just
containers
food.
in the shelves?
I mean,
with
you
water?
do see some bowls where they look like they might have had water, but they're not being given any food, and it's like almost kind of taunted with the food just out of their reach, and they can't get to it.
Is there like fruit or anything here?
Yeah, I said there's apples.
Okay.
There's apples and lots of other.
Yeah. Tiny's gonna grab a ton of apples and start putting them by the prisoners.
The dwarf looks first. He's like, "Oh, thank you, lassie. Thank you so much." He starts eating it, and the woman also kind of takes one slowly and painfully. She looks like really beaten, and she takes a bite. And the man, just the human man, just looks kind of very nervous, like, and he was completely like unscathed, while the other 2 seem to be beaten pretty bad. The woman worse than the dwarf, but the human who's wearing robes seems to be pretty unscathed.
I don't see you said there are people down here. I don't see them in the forge.
Why are you not seeing them? They're there. God damn it!
Let me refresh, maybe because you added them.
No. When I click on you, it's not showing either. There's been some issues with these things lately. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Because I want to actually taggle them and heal the female.
Okay, just tell me. Why is it not showing them? This is weird as hell. They're there. You should be able to see the. Oh, I know why you. Okay. It's supposed to be pitch black down here. You can't see anything because of the vision, most likely. So
I tried
you
to
didn't
do.
bring, yeah.
I tried to
You
do
gotta-
light, but it won't let me do my stuff either.
What do you mean you won't let you do your stuff?
Like, I'm clicking on lights as my cantrip, and it's not doing anything.
Well, I think clicking on light doesn't do anything except use up a. It's a cantrip. So it
cantrip.
doesn't use. Yeah, it doesn't use.
Yeah, but it should show like light here, like.
Yeah. I know. But let me just hold on a second. Now you should.
I
be able
got
to see them.
fucking speed.
Okay,
I'm
now I
happy.
I gotta bring the rest of them back though, because I kept deleting them and.
Okay, I see 2.
Hold on, I'm getting there. There you go.
Okay, so she's going to.
My cat is fucking adorable right now, guys.
Are you gonna talk to them at all, or are you just gonna hand them apples and do stuff?
Well, I'm trying to target them, but I can't target them. Oh wait, did that target it? Aha, there we go. I got it now. I'm going to try to heal her first. Okay, she's uninjured now. Are you okay? What happened? Why are you down here?
It's just horrible. My name is Miracella. I'm from Baldur's Gate, and I came to Harness with a caravan, and I guess I kind of stumbled upon the cult and what they're doing here, and they captured me. And the woman who runs this place, she's you see her break down and start crying. She's horrible. She's beaten me, and Cragor is I don't know what she wants from me. You kind of see she has bruises and cuts along her neck and shoulder.
Well, I healed her, so she's uninjured now.
Well, the injuries heal, but the scars don't always leave.
I don't think I'm strong enough to get you out of these. I don't want you to have to stay here.
I don't want to stay here either. In the meantime, pause. Anyone else? Are you guys doing anything else? Anyone else going to come down, or?
I'll be honest, Mal kind of was like, "Oh my god, I'm done watching her. If she dies, she dies." And then Mal
You got what you got. You got your stuff.
Yeah, Mal got a fancy spear. He's like, "No idea how the fuck this thing works. I can't reach a chronic." Aside from that, like Mal would explore like the main foyer area, but aside
Does it look
from
like
that,
Mal's in a bed, or is he? Or he's
yeah,
downstairs?
I just put Mal in the bed for another moment. Yeah, I was just waiting for you to finish up what you're doing there. It's realistically Mal's gonna
Stevie's
go,
still
like,
taking a
into
bath. Stevie, you still taking a bath?
Yep,
Is
yep.
Stevie here? Oh, okay.
I did a thumbs up, but you weren't looking at me, so then I.
No, I was, but my chat log is blocking the camera, so I couldn't see you.
Yeah.
Fennec, are you going to stay upstairs as well?
Fennec is creepily watching Stevie and Kismet take a bath. No, I'm kidding.
Standing there.
As soon as they started to be like, I'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't understand what was happening." I'm a little upset with Mal right now. I probably would have followed Tiny, or at least tried to.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would say you followed her and you went downstairs. So I would say you came down here just as she started talking to them. So you heard that interaction, what Maricela was telling her.
Tiny, do these prisoners need freed?
I feel like they do, and I don't like them being down here near death, and they don't seem like they did anything wrong.
You've only
The
spoken
dwarf-
to Marcella?
Yeah. Hear you guys talk, though, the dwarf kind of pipes up. He's like, my name is Kragnor. You look at his vestments, and he looks like he's wearing vestments of the cult.
And there's a
This
human
bitch.
down here that's untouched, right?
Yeah, he's untouched. He's just kind of like quietly sitting there.
I'll kneel in front of the human and just go, "Why are you here? And why are you unhurt?"
He looks up kind of nervously and he's like, "My name is his brother Cayman. I'm a priest of a Minotaur." And he's just very nervous. I arrived here from hills far to the east as part of a pilgrimage to the shrine on the coast, and apparently this is why Talus singled me out for good treatment, I suppose. But I don't understand why he's done this to these poor people and left me unharmed. Can you give me a perception check?
I will.
Panic?
Yeah.
He's the one talking to him.
It's the white dragon in disguise.
That's a 15.
Okay. Actually, it should have been insight, but we'll go with perception. It's fine. You're noticing that his nervousness is indeed he is a pious man, and his nervousness is indeed coming from the fact that he has guilt that these other people are being mistreated, and he's not. So it's all coming from guilt of what's happening to them. So.
Did you say that he was a worshiper of Almanater?
Yes.
Did you say I'm an otter?
No.
No, Dylan's a bear.
That's
How old
just-
is this human?
Early, I would say not that old. He's probably early 30s.
Okay.
Are you
That's old as fuck.
Netherese?
I am. My family did come from the area, I suppose, but I'm from Neverwinter myself. I've never been to that area.
Count yourself very lucky.
You see him kind of shake, and he leans back against the wall.
And just sort of like stand up, sort of imposing over the top of him and stare at him for a few moments before going and asking the dwarf the same question.
Tiny healed the dwarf, so that way they're both not near death anymore.
Yeah, the dwarf's just
Got it.
chowing on these apples.
She's gonna go
You
get more
look-
food for them.
You look like you blend in quite well here. Why are you here?
Not everyone wears the same stripes. Yeah, I'm with the cult, but you friends with that bitch upstairs?
I would say I left a less than desirable impression.
I work for the dwarf Faerun the White. He's the one who runs the white dragon side of the cult. And that's the one that Talus hates above all else because she wants his position. She captured me, hoping to learn a weakness that she can exploit. But I'm not giving in. I've resisted all the various bribes and enchantments and the physical torments. I told her, bring it on! I can take it!
Oh yeah,
Apparently
that'll
she
be
tends
an
to try
insight
some more
check.
powerful form of mind reading after she can pull together the materials. I'm not sure if I can hold up against that one.
We should free them.
That'll take an
Fennec.
insight check, especially since she knows a lot of stuff. That's a 13 insight. Is he telling the truth? He's giving away nothing.
Yeah, no, he seems brutally honest.
Tiny grabs more apples and brings them around the three of them.
I see no reason why these two can leave, pointing at Marcella and the dwarf. But he looks like he could use a little bit more time here.
Why?
Amanada was the great, I suppose is relative, but Amanada was the main god of the Netheril, of the Netherese. The Netherese slew my entire clan.
You see him kind of look up wistfully, and he's like, the god is not responsible for all the sins of their children.
This is true. Was he part of that? Did he do that to your people?
In my experience with the gods and mortal followers, mortals follow the dogma of their gods as religiously as possible. That's why it's called a religion and not a fandom. I know not how involved Aminata was in the
But-
slaying of the many Goliath tribes in
Sounds like-
Anarok. However,
But
they
you-
all
Dog-
worshipped Aminata.
But you have the zealous of every group. That's not fair to treat everyone equally when they're not as zealous.
You see the brother came in again. He just puts his hands together and he looks up. He's like, although he is the Netherese solar deity of order and law, and yes, he can be viewed harsh, but Aminata is fair and revered by many rulers, soldiers, and powerful wizards. But however, he again is not responsible for the sins of his children.
Was he fair to the Thunukalathi?
The Netherese were not fair to the Thunukalathi. How many gods do you know reach down and save everybody in strife?
I know of many gods, but none of them personally.
Really? How many
Tiny.
kingdoms have been destroyed? How many thousands of people have died in plagues and horrors across this world, and they've all served many gods? Have they saved them all?
I remove myself from these discussions because I know not what goes in the heads of what goes on in the minds of the pious. It's not for me. I know not your mind. I know not the mind of those who needlessly slew the Thunukalathi. What I do know is that in this life, those that followed Aminata took the lives and the future, the past, the present, and the future, of those I held most dear. However, and looking towards Tiny, his fate is not mine to decide. And I'll
Can we just
go-
free them?
and I'll trade axe dash. I'll bash the Marcella's locks and the dwarf's locks to crack them open, and I'll walk.
Yeah,
up.
just go ahead. And, what are you doing it with? Trying to do it with your hands or your axe, or what?
Yeah, I'll do it with the great axe.
Just I think you can just roll an attack.
Or roll a
sure.
strength?
Actually, just do. I mean, just do strength with advantage since using your great axe.
Okay. First
As you guys
one
are having
is,
this warm, heartfelt moment,
23.
Mal's just poking through people's rooms. Hey, what's over here?
First one's a 23. Second one's a 23. I rolled a 19 on both. And as they sort of break free, which you can describe as you need to, I'll just see.
Oh yeah,
I'll
the
see
locks
Tiny once more.
didn't
and say,
seem very tough to begin with, and you shattered them easily. You see them rub their wrists, and they stand up. Miracella gets up, but she seems kind of hesitant, and she's like, I'm grateful to be set free, but I'm not really eager to tangle with the cult unless I'm at least equipped.
What do you need? I can go get it for you.
Anything to defend myself. I don't care what it is.
Like a bow? I saw bows upstairs and long swords and crossbows and what
Bows,
do
swords,
you...
any one of them. Anything
All right,
to defend
I'll be
myself.
back.
I would
I'm gonna
take
go
a
get
piece
those
of sharpened glass at this moment.
Give me a second. Just stay right there. Don't go anywhere.
Not gonna lie, while they're
Cracker just
doing
keeps
that,
eating his apples. And he's looking at you and he's like, yeah, you're dealing with that bitch, aren't you? You made some kind of deal with her, didn't you?
a deal that she will not reap the rewards of, so long as I have my way. And I'm notorious for having my way.
Let me guess. She wants you to get her to mass, doesn't she?
She wants it presented. I will present it, along with other things.
And don't you have to kill someone to get that?
Do I look like I'm adverse to murder?
It's not what I'm saying.
But
You're
it answers
helping
your question.
You're helping that bitch.
I'm killing two birds with one stone.
You are killing two birds and helping that bitch with its feathers.
I'm killing two birds with one stone, and one of them is her.
At the behest of that bitch. I don't care what you do to her afterwards. You're doing
Would you
her
like
bidding.
to be freed, or would you like to be placed back in your bonds?
You only freed two of them. You only freed the priest, I thought, and Maricela.
No, not the priest.
No,
Oh, the
freed
priest is the one you
dwarf,
left?
Yep.
Oh yeah, the priest of
Damn!
Lemonade? Yeah.
Damn, he's harsh.
That's why I said Tiny can be the assessor of his judgment.
I went to go
that
get
point,
weapons.
Well, Craiger, he looks at you and he's like, "Well, have fun," and he books it.
Wait, I was bringing weapons for them.
He didn't ask for one. Maricela did.
Yeah, as soon as Tiny's gun, he's just whoop. And longer whenever we get to it. I found a fancy room that went for.
You got a what?
I found a fancy room.
Oh, okay, you're in another room. Okay. Let me let's go here. Let me find Mr. Mal here.
As he described it, I'm willing to bet it's that bitch's room.
Aha! Okay. So yeah, you you walk into his room. It seems very luxurious. There's an enormous bed. It's covered in soft burgundy bedspread, and there's a fire that crackles in a fireplace, lending the room warmth and an atmosphere of comfort. The room would appear to be once secured for a leader or manager of the lodge, and a large lock chest sits at the foot of the bed.
Oh, a lock. I will throw a message at Stevie. Hey! You done with your bath, or do you want to commit some crime?
What did you have in mind, dear?
I found her room, and I found a locked chest.
You're right there. Stevie, she takes her time. She takes her time getting out of the bath. Where are you?
Over
Is it
here.
Okay, well, I
There?
dropped a long sword. I can't drop. It won't let me drop the bow and arrow and the heavy crossbows.
Okay, well, the sword's
Where-
fine. She just need that many weapons.
Where are you, Mal?
Towards the end over here.
I can't. Oh, okay.
Very,
way.
very quick.
Okay, before she takes the sword, she's gonna try to get the priest undone. She's gonna take the sword and try to hit it with the thing. She can use a spear too. She's gonna use the spear and she's gonna hit the chains. You just do a strength
For
check.
the priest,
Yeah, she's gonna try to get the
Yeah.
priest out.
go ahead.
Kill the priest.
12.
You strike it. You hear a little crack, but it's still locked.
She's gonna try again. She's determined to get the priest out too, because she doesn't like what's going on here.
What are you hitting it with, by the way? I just realized that.
The spear.
The spear, okay. All right, yeah, with the 15, you hear it snap open and it finally breaks. Clink. And it falls off, and he stands. He's like, thank you so much. Your
Here.
friend seems to be holding a lot of anger and trauma in his heart, and I do not blame him, but Amanather is not to blame.
Here, take the spear and go and get
And he looks
yourself.
at it, he's like, I don't use weapons. And Maricela, she's like, I'll keep an eye on him.
Okay. Do you want the spear? Here, you can have the spear.
And she's only using one weapon at a time, babe.
She can have a longbow across her shoulders.
She just wants something to make sure she can get out of here unscathed. That's all. The sword's fine. She's good with the
Okay.
sword.
As the
She's
as
like,
the
"No, no,
as
no."
the priest passes Thanak, who's still in the prison room, I would have just said, "Your God smiles on you today, indeed."
Man, we have
Amazing
one
smile
heartfelt
on you.
woman and one guy committing crimes.
All right, Mal. What did you have in mind?
You see that chest over there? That's locked. You're pretty good at that. Go get it. Bardic inspiration.
Hell yeah.
And it is clickable.
Which one?
It is. Yeah, the one right in front of the bed.
Distant.
Yeah.
Click. Oh, sleight of hand check.
Inspired if you need it.
I don't know if that worked or not, but I'll
No, it
add
did
a
not.
D8
Yeah,
for
so
that inspiration.
14.
No,
try
no, that's
and it
16.
wiggles, and you just can't find those tumblers. It doesn't. You can't.
Oh wait,
unlock
wait.
it with that check.
So it's a sleight of hand. Can we? Do I have proficiency with sleight of hand?
Oh,
if you
that's
did,
I
it would've-
don't,
If you
but
have-
I
if you
have lock
proficiency
picks.
with, if you have proficiency with thieves' tools, then it doesn't matter if you have proficiency with sleight of hand because you have proficiency with thieves' tools.
Yeah,
Right.
so like I should add my proficiency to that as well.
Yeah.
which
Technically,
is-
This
that'd be a
automatically
19
asks for
total.
sleight of hand.
That'd be a 19.
It'd be 19.
Because
19,
3 added
yeah,
to
that-
that plus the 1.
Yeah, that opens it. Let me just roll a. Hold on a second. Let me just do this to where it opens up automatically for you, no matter what you do. 1 second. Unless you roll
Just
something
lowering the DC.
tremendously- unless you roll again something ridiculously low. Okay, do it roll again. Okay, there you go. Did it open?
Nope.
What the hell? Hold on a second.
Yeah, there's an X on it.
Yep. Let me.
Is Thanik just the other way, maybe?
Should have opened. There we
Let's
go.
try to
Now
do
do it.
it.
Yeah, do it now. There you go.
What
I don't
is
know why it asked that
happening?
one. Ignore that. Don't click the chest anymore. Did the thing open up for you?
What thing?
Okay, so it didn't open up for you. The loot thing should open for you.
Nope. I see no loot.
I'm too
All
close
right,
to
hold
this
on.
out here.
Moment.
We find a white dragon mask.
It's. I just said a pop that says you do not have sufficient permissions to view this.
Okay, maybe I forgot to. Okay, hold on a second. Stop clicking it.
No.
I thought I had this set up, but apparently I didn't. Journal.
Yeah, this staff is actually way better for me because it has no weight on it. It's a magical staff.
It's a snake stick.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just drop this in here. That should click on that the little white chest.
It's not. I'm clicking on it. Oh, there it is. I do not have permission to view this document.
What?
Palace loot.
Come on, I have it for anyone. What the hell? Hold on a second.
This episode is sponsored by Forge. It just
Thank you.
works.
Okay, now do it.
Hey, that's a lot of silver and a spell scroll. Who can use spell scrolls?
Oh, I can use that.
Yeah, both of us can.
Depends. Is that an arcane one or a divine one? I've got
Yeah.
arcane covered. She's got divine covered.
Bop, 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 bop.
It's
It's
a,
scorching ray. So
That's technically either one can use that one. I'm pretty sure.
I have to look it up.
I think spell scrolls are more of an arcane thing, but I may be completely wrong on that. I don't know spell scrolls that well.
I mean, spell scrolls are usually for like wizards and warlocks.
It's got to be a spellcaster. I know that much.
It's
Like a
evocation.
full caster.
if the spell is on your class's spell list, you can read the scroll and cast a spell without providing any material.
Yeah, it's sorcerer and wizard, light domain, circle, wildfire, fiend, the genie, artillerist.
Yeah. So is scorching ray on either of y'all's?
I don't
Spell
think it's
list.
on either of ours.
Aren't you light domain?
No, Thanik.
I'm light domain.
Yeah, if you're
I thought
light
you were
domain, you
life
should be able to use
domain.
it.
I thought you were life.
Oh, no,
am
wait,
I?
your
Hold
life.
on, let
Yeah,
me-
your life.
you're
Yeah,
right,
life.
you're right.
I know
am
light domain gets scorching ray. Life is
Yeah.
like, I'm here to bless you. Oh, light is, I will burn you in my god's anger.
Yeah, you're right. I'm life.
What about Kismet?
Kismet might be able to.
Kismet's paladin. They don't get access to those.
Yeah,
kind of
no.
spells.
No. But it's a sellable thing, obviously, still.
Am I able to handle chainmail? That's heavy armor, right?
Yeah, it's heavy armor.
Okay.
You would not be proficient.
Nope.
What? Stevie, what's in there?
Well, there's this armor, which I think might be good for Thanik or Kismet.
I think they've got better armor than that. That just made a change.
I will say this,
It's plus it's
Stevie.
+1.
Since I didn't research it, I just went with what the list said is in the chest. It can be any +1 armor that you can wear, so you can. So
I
you can
have
swap
the
it out for
dragon
any-
armor.
Oh yeah.
Just take fucking +1 half plate.
Can I do half plate? I can do half plate.
Half plate's medium armor. It could give you an AC of like 18 or something.
Do.
It's the best medium armor that a ranger could wear. But you have disadvantage on stealth, so breastplate might be better. Don't mind me, just the fucking dictionary over here.
Hey, that's helpful.
Actually, just to throw this out there, it's 11:52. Just so Stevie can, just to make sure Stevie can like maybe research the armor.
Yeah, so basically any +1 armor is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then there was also a spell scroll. If nobody can actually use that spell scroll, can we switch it out for another spell?
Yeah, we're getting near the end of order. Why not?
Yeah.
Same level.
Wish spell.
Second level.
Wish spell. Joking. Obviously joking. You're not just going to give us a spell scroll with wish on it.
No.
It'd be
It's a
hilarious,
second
though.
level. It's a second level spell.
Maybe we should take time to think about this and then have that all figured out before next session, because level 53 again. Like,
Yeah.
All right, so we will stop there as you guys are exploring and setting people free from dungeons.
Begrudgingly or otherwise.
And Thanik turning fucking chaotic evil with this "fuck you and your god."
oh, I don't hate you.
You
I
had
hate
to
your
bring up
religion.
Almanater. That's
I'm not gonna lie.
the one.
I didn't plan that. That's what the priest is. But as soon as I read his description, I'm like, oh.
I don't think that's necessarily evil, though. Like,
Attic doesn't care. He just hates
let me have my fun. It's fun to say.
fine.
A second level spell that might be good for
Episode 13, Thanak Goes Dark.
Mal might be like spiritual weapon.
It's gotta be for you though, like one of your
Or
spells.
I mean, like I
It's
said,
just
it could be
it's a free
either of
it's a
us.
free spell. It's
Yeah.
a free spell.
And it's once, right? Just
And so
one.
scrolls are one use items.
Oh, one use item. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, pack that thing with a healing spell. It's a good fucking in case of emergency break glass.
Yeah.
Mass healing word, maybe?
Is that second level?
No,
It's
it's
not
not.
second
I
level.
don't know. I think it's higher.
It's not. It's definitely higher.
A second level
Um,
healing word though wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, it's third level.
Mass healing word.
Yeah.
Sure.
Healing word is level 1.
We'll
And
workshop
that's
it.
what
We'll workshop
Yeah.
it.
We'll talk
More
about
shopping.
it.
But yeah, so there we go. You guys got through this part pretty quicker than I thought you would, but that's okay. That worked out.
Because
there's
we're
still
all
more
like
rooms.
running around like.
There's still more rooms you haven't gone to, so I mean.
Is there a door? I want the door.
I gotta open it. There was inside.
I was gonna say we're running outdoors here, guys. There's not that much left down here.
Whatever shall we do? Dragons
Hey,
next, I suppose? Fucking alright.
I got this wand. That's cool. I got the staff.
I will. I'm gonna everything that Talis said. I'm gonna make it a journal that you guys can read,
Dope.
so
Nice.
that way you guys have that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. 1 second here.
I don't know why Mal wanted to switch with something he can't read.
Because Mal has no interest in this, but fucking Bryce loves spears.
I could at least read it.
Yeah, Mal's got a pointy stick. He fucking looks glorious.
Okay,
Stevie
so
will
it's in
definitely
the
translate it
journals.
for him
That's
at some
got the
point.
reach attribute? Fuck yes.
It's under Talis's hall. So everything that she said is there.
What is Mal's strength, by the way?
Yeah, fucking use this at all. Well, Mal's got a fancy spear now that casts daylight.
Well, and we can use it to hoist the colors.
Yeah.
Okay, you fucking pirate.
And just a reminder, in case you guys forgot, when you were in that linen closet, I described that same banner that she described.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like the first door on the right or something.
Yeah. So, that's right. So, do you guys like it?
Got some cool stuff. Yeah, we got some cool
I
stuff.
tried to subvert expectations with that little video in Discord, but
I still want my bubbles back.
balls.
Baubles.
I
Baubles.
want my bubbles back. My shiny bubbles.
Danak would very much like for his balls to be back.
No, he has them.
That's permanently your wife.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
My shiny bubbles. Give me back my shiny bubbles. I lost them.
They're just in the back.
All right.
I want my shiny baubles back. I will take
Yes.
my balls back.
we will do the baubles. And I mean, I think you guys were all okay, but since it was really quick with the leveling, if you guys want a week to look at it, if you want to change something, you can, because it was kind of rushed right at the beginning of the.
I mean, and none of us really used anything that from like level 7, so yeah.
So, but if you want to change something, you can. Yeah, so that's where we're at. So we'll be back next Friday for another episode. And Tuesday is Souls of Magic's Dawn, which we haven't played in a while either, because Tuesdays have been cursed lately. We missed like Souls of Magic's Dawn, we missed the Spelljammer. You know, Yellow, get this, because it was after my accident, right? And I was getting out of the hospital that day, and I was posting in the Discord. I'm like, yeah, I really want to play this. I'm going to play. Come hell or high water. As long as I get out of here in time, as long as they let me out, I'm playing, because I need this after this fucking accident. And then Yellow says in the Discord halfway through the day, oh yeah, considering Lunga's unfortunate accident, maybe we should skip for today. And this and that, and that's where they left it. And then I didn't see it until later in the day.
Oh no!
Home, and I'm like, no, I said I want to play. I need this. And everybody's like, oh yeah, we already made plans because they thought we were playing. Motherfucker!
He burned
I said
them.
I was fine. So then he tried to bring it back. He's like, oh, he says it's okay. You guys don't want to play? You're like, no, we already made
He
plans.
was trying to be nice, which is rare
Yeah.
for Yellow.
Fucking Yellow trying to be nice.
Yeah,
No.
but he was being nice after I said I will be playing it. Come hell or high water, I'll be playing. Unless they don't let me out of this hospital, I will
He
be playing.
100% planned that because he's like, oh, he wants to play. Fuck this guy. Also, that little brain clicked in fucking Lunga said, he's like, that motherfucker.
But yeah, so but Tuesday we'll be back on another Souls of Magic's Dawn. Hopefully that doesn't get canceled again. But we will be doing all that. I'm working on some changes to the intro too, since I changed the logo. I'm having some fun playing with After Effects, so we'll see how that goes too. But yeah, that's it. So get the hell out of here. Why are you guys still here? Until next time.
Stream is still going.